It's the fluffy boy. The violated boy. As was previously put. Hello, people. How ya doing? Yeah. Hold on, yeah. One moment. Okay. Hello people. Welcome to the stream today. How y'all doing? We are back once again on the Dodo channel, and Darren has redeemed hydration. Thank you, sir. Darren is on a 60 stream streak, damn. I think you guys can tell by now by the fact that I'm typing that I am chatting with people in FF right now. So yeah, if you guys see me typing, don't be too surprised. That's what's happening. I realize my camera's a little bit off, probably because I adjusted it for casting. Okay, there we go. But yes, hello to Darren, Darkstriker, Sakura, and Diamond. Welcome, y'all. Yeah. Two timing. Well, you're not wrong about that. Like, I ended up in a conversation with peeps in FF before the stream started, and I wasn't expecting it to go for as long as it did, but it did, and I'm, you know, I don't want to just end it, so I'm just gonna be, since we're gonna be doing our yapping before we start gaming anyway, I'm just gonna be chilling here. Hello, hello Lilo. Hello. You weren't here last stream. Yes, indeed. I heard, who was it that told me? Was it Darren who told me that Lilo had some kind of event going on? All good, no worries. TLPH and Falcons going to Paris, yes. And then Team Liquid was once again our champion. Well, I guess it wasn't all too surprising that Liquid ended up as our champions again, right? For PH. I hope on 67 streak can get 6.7k dodo dollars. How many dodo dollars do you have now? If I'm not, just blame Darren. If I am here, blame him for something else. And why is your presence completely dependent on Darren? What did Darren do? At least it wasn't a sweep. That is true. That is true. But yes, how have you guys been? How's everyone doing? Apologies, Darren is not completely wrong. Darren is not completely wrong. I am definitely a little bit too timing right now, because yeah, I'm having a conversation in game and with you guys at the same time. So attention is definitely going to be a little bit split, but that's how it is. That is how it is. Bring Jeff to the stream. I mean, I don't know if they want to. I would like to say that I would like to say that people can just come on over and stuff, but I want to, as much as I'd like to say things like, oh, I should hide my face or whatever, you know, people shouldn't know what I look like. I feel like we're already past the point of that kind of situation. Because you know, when it comes to when I chat with people in game, it comes to the topic of like what I do IRL, and then obviously I'm gonna tell them that I do like casting and stuff. And then where was I? Yeah, obviously I'm gonna tell them that I do casting and stuff, and then eventually they find out that I do have like socials and I do live streaming and I do like whatever, and then they find me anyway. So technically my face is known in a lot of cases, even to online friends, and the reverse is not true. Right? They know what I look like, I do not know what they look like. Not like I can ask them to, and not like I told them not to find out what I look like, because in the end it's gonna happen anyway. You are a public-ish figure, yes, correct. Hold on. But yeah. Hello Dodo, what's on the menu tonight? Hello Kuruel. Well, tonight the plan is probably just play a little bit of MLBB, but depending on how many people we have around, right? Maybe we can do some customs, right? We kind of talked about it earlier. If there's enough people around, we can try doing some like funny game modes again, like the way we did like Among Us last time, or like the hunt one person kind of thing, sort of stuff. But again, that does depend on how many people we have around and whether or not you guys even want to do that in the first place. Last week, we did NTE. I played through the entirety of the latest story chapter in the main story for NTE, which ended up being a lot longer than I expected. I thought that I'd be able to finish it based on, you know, the length of previous story chapters, because, you know, chapters 1 through 3 were not particularly long. You know, they were all like around maybe 2 hours max, right? So I figured like, oh, chapter 4 probably won't be too much longer than that either, right? Turns out no, that was not the case. In fact, I saw a statistic. I saw a post with a statistic about all of the different chapter lengths. And I was correct in that chapters 1 through 3 were all about like 1 to 2 hours long. Turns out chapter 3 was 3 hours long plus, which kind of adds up to how long we spent doing it last week. So I wasn't expecting that. I ended up being live a lot longer than I thought, but hey, it ended up being kind of cool. Not too bad. Pretty fun story. Hello, Amin Alila. Welcome back, sir. What up, what up? Did I try NTE co-op? I still have not, actually. I actually still have not. So maybe one day. I am very excited for Lacrimosa, though. Like, I think... Does she come out tomorrow? I think she does, right? Because, like... Hotori's banner ends very... Is it tomorrow or the day after? Either way, Lacrimosa comes out in the next couple days. The next patch drops in the next couple days. I have been waiting to roll Lacrimosa for so long, and I have enough pulls to guarantee her 100%. In fact... Logically speaking, when the patch resets, I should be able to get enough pulls to get her weapon as well. So that'll be very nice, right? So I'll be able to build one Nanoli team and one Lacrimosa team, and then I will be a happy man. Blade SP came out today. Ah, okay. Alright, I see. Did you roll? Did you get him, Lilo? Were you able to get our good old Blade SP? Blade is still such a funny character to me, because like, he really feels like he would be one of those characters that you just kind of like end up forgetting in his own gacha game, and yet somehow he just appears everywhere. You know, someone at OwO clearly likes Blade a lot, because like, out of all characters, for some reason, he's the one they decided to bring into Nexus Anima. It's kind of funny, you know? He really isn't the character you would think that would happen to. You know, you would think that if it was a Stellar Run Hunter, it should be Kafka, but no, it's Blade. And then both Kafka and Blade ended up in Fortnite and all that shit. Is like, damn, Blade probably doesn't even want to be here. But yeah, that's always really funny. Also Fortnite, if I wasn't using Miku, I'm using Blade, yeah. Watch Blade drop it down. It's actually so funny. But yeah. So I've been waiting for Lacrimosa to come out. I also just updated my Enfield. I actually thought that Mifu's banner was out already. I've been seeing people like talk about rolling on it, so I thought like, oh, Mifu's banner is out. I updated my game, I logged in, and I was like, wait, no, Mifu is not out. It's just the special banner with the 4 operators. So I felt a little bit disappointed because I thought that maybe I could roll for her on stream today. But guess that's not the case. So we'll probably end up rolling all of these characters off stream because, well, MPL MY Playoffs starts this week. Right? Wednesday officially begins MPL MY Playoffs. And then we got a bit of a what's the word I'm looking for? We got a bit of a bomb drop. I feel like there was a better way of putting it. Basically MPL kind of dropped a random bomb where like Flash let go of their remaining coach, Diablo and Hades. And I'm just like, damn, okay. Obviously Flash is not in the playoffs, so it's not gonna matter too much in that regard. A bombshell! Thank you, Kuruel. Much appreciated. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah. Getting rid of Hades and Diablo is very, very surprising. Considering that they have basically been core Flash members for a long time, to the extent that they were brought over when Flash moved to MY, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, sure. So it's true, nobody as their coach. Yeah, I guess so. They're most probably going back to MPL SG. I guess so. Feels like a bit of a shame though. Like clearly MPL SG is not a proper test of their abilities. And then they come over here and it's just like a total mess. Diablo left Flash and came back. Oh yeah, he did, right? A while ago. That is true. That is true. Besides that, obviously, all the other teams are still gonna be the same. So, in case anyone is wondering about my casting schedule, I think I told you guys already this before, but just as a reminder to you guys, I am going to be casting on Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So the first 2 days and then the grand finals. So I will not be casting Friday, Saturday. I probably won't be going to the venue. I'll probably just be watching from home, especially on Friday since I have to work. We'll see if we do some kind of like watch party or something like that. I did say they don't need too much EXP in jungle. Well, yes, but I wouldn't expect them to get rid of those guys, you know? Like, you would think they'd get rid of the peeps that weren't playing at all. But, what do I know? Should be interesting to see what Flash does next season around. But that's gonna be a long time away, honestly. Like, many, many months away until the next season comes and we see what exactly happens with Flash and all of the other teams as well. AC especially, since they also didn't make it to the playoffs, which is such a shame, by the way. Fudging Izanami Momo not making it to playoffs, like holy shit, dude. Amal as well. Fudging Fabian, Aaron, Shiki. You know, I do agree that if Fabian, Aaron, Shiki joined earlier in the season, there's a chance AC could have made it, but we never really know with that one. Thank you for the hydration, Kuro. Okay. Anything else I want to talk about? So I talked about gacha, I talked about playoffs. Let me probe you guys' minds a little bit, right, before the playoffs start. Who are you guys expecting to be our 2 teams in MSC? Like, what are you guys thinking will be our MSC teams? Because Cram is back, right? Cram is going to be joining SRG again, so I think a lot of us are expecting that SRG should be able to take at least top 2. But who else is the question? Stream schedule for next week. That is a fair point as well. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really want to think about that yet. I want to get the playoffs done with, and then we can kind of decide on that. It would mean that we'd probably need to discuss it through Discord instead of on live. But I don't really want to think about that right now. Because, yeah, I really am waiting for MPL to end, dude. Like, MPL season is great, you know, it's active, we get to do lots of casting and everything. But I have been so busy for so long. Months! With basically only 1 day of break per week, sometimes not even 1 day of break per week. For someone like me who needs a lot of downtime, I have been dying, dude. Like, I'm looking forward to the playoffs, but I am also looking forward to just not having to, like, work weekends for a little while. MPL is making you money, no? Yes, it is. But that doesn't mean anything in this regard. If someone says, I'm tired from work, you're not gonna ask him, but you're making money, you know? Alright? Yes, I'm making money, but I'm tired. But yeah, Dark Striker Kurel says SRG, Ted says SRG and maybe Vamos, Diamond says IG and SRG. I think a lot of us are expecting that it will be SRG with either IG or Vamos. And that's actually gonna be kind of difficult to say, because I think both IG and Vamos have been doing pretty well. I actually have a slight bit of personal bias to Vamos. I've been really enjoying watching them play, and like their improvement this season has been really, really good. Like, it'd be really nice if they were able to make it, but IG has also been pretty solid. Was Vamos your top 1 last team ranking? Yes, I was. Wait, why did I say yes, I was? Yes, it was. I left out a T. Hold on. Hold on. You are Vamos, yes. I am Vamos now after that. Multitasking, yes. I am not very good at multitasking. I definitely do the ADHD Gen Z thing where I just have something playing on every single screen at once. But I'm not very good at doing it. I still have to kind of focus on one thing at once. You know, recently I've been doing like the ADHD thing like pretty ridiculously, because I will have my FF14 on. I will be like AFK and FF14, maybe chatting a little bit with someone. And then I will have another game that I'm playing on top of that. Recently I've started playing like Core Keeper with some of the FF peeps again. Sometimes I'll play like my gacha game, so I'll have FF in the background and then I'm playing Zenless in the foreground or NTE in the foreground. And then I'll have a YouTube video on like the other screen. At one point I had FF in the background. I was AFKing in Final Fantasy. While I was AFKing in Core Keeper, while I had YouTube on, and I was fishing in NTE on my phone. I'll tell you now, that has happened more than once in this past week or so. I have too many fudging games. Hello, Barry, Missy. Hello, yes, Mrs. How you doing? it is funny to think about the fact that like people come by and they'll see like my face. Because a lot of the time when people come by and see like FF players who are streaming, they're usually using some kind of VTuber, you know? I think it's very rare for an actual face to be on the screen. Unfortunately, I am not a cat girl IRL. Not even a girl, you know? I can't even be half the character my character is. But yes, hello. Just put Subway Surfers. Nah, I don't think Subway Surfers is interesting. Iris VTuber when? Honestly, I've contemplated the idea. I will not say right now that I've not thought about it. Like genuinely I have thought about it. Like not having an actual like full model or anything like that, just a simple one. Like not a VTuber, like a PNG tuber. I've thought of just like animating, I don't know, my dodo or something like that. I will draw you a... Seriously? Like, wait, hold on. Are you actually offering that? Like, the reason why I haven't done it until now is because unfortunately I'm quite stingy with my money and I've not really decided to do it. So if you're offering, I will say that I'm not sure how much I can pay. But I also wouldn't say no. Sussy offer is up if it's PNG. What do you mean? I don't need a sussy PNG tuber. That's the last thing I need. That is the last thing I need. Hold on. Oh my god, PNG tuber while you play FF. I mean, I would not be too against it. Just a normal PNG I can get you in a week. Seriously? Would I owe you anything? Cause like, I would take you up on that. Really? Wow. Cause like I have some art of like my FF stuff. Good for my sample comms. I mean, if you're offering, I won't say no. Cause like for the peeps who've been like for the regular peeps around here, you guys know that I do have art on this channel. You know, it's not like I have zero art at all. Like for example, like here is me normally, right? This is me with the dodo, and I've had the dodo. Like my thought has basically been like, just get a simple PNG of this bird right here opening and closing his mouth. Yeah, that would be the simplest way of doing it. If we're talking about FF, technically I do have that as well. Okay, I just got confirmation from them so that I can bring this up to the rest of the people in chat right now. Barry Missy here is actually one of the peeps I've been chatting to in FF. So this is someone from FF who has come over, and that's why they're like talking to me about FF stuff now. You tell me the rig, I tell you I go see God. I see. Yeah, I think just like if I were to do it, it would be like a PNG tuber. I don't think I need something like a crazy VTuber model sort of thing going on. Cause like, I'll probably still stream with my face a lot of the time. Anyways. You know what? I'll take the opportunity to just show you guys real quick as well. So right. A lot of the times as well when it comes to FF players, especially those who kind of like hang out in venues and kind of play the game more socially rather than, you know, raiding and stuff like that, it is not uncommon to have like FF Twitter. So basically like a Twitter account for FF, like as your character. I made one of those recently. So like I have just been kind of like messing around with that. I've been thinking about doing it for a very long time. I just never got around to it. I finally did it recently. I did, yes. I did, Barry. Your face is too handsome to not see. Thank you, Layla. If I ever feel concerned about my appearance, I just need to come here and let Lilo tell me that I'm good looking. Hold on. Let me show you guys real quick. Let me open my. I personally don't think I'm that good looking. Like at best, I would say I'm cute. Because unfortunately, that's what people always say. People always say I'm cute. They don't say that I'm like handsome or something. They say that I'm cute. Does Rosa watch me? I don't know. A little? Wait, no, does she? I don't know actually. I don't think I've ever seen Rosa here. But I don't think it's impossible that they might have been here just like lurking or something like that. You look 24 to 25. Yeah, people do say that as well. People will always say that cause you know I got the round face baby fat situation going on. So that's just how it is, isn't it? Okay, hold on. Let me show you guys my Twitter real quick. So if anyone here wants to follow my FF Twitter, even if you guys don't play FF, you guys can. I will usually just like post my thoughts about FF things and generally like pictures I take in game as well. I like your duck. Where did you get it? Which duck? You mean the dodo? Hold on. You mean the mascot? It's not a duck actually. It's a dodo. Hold on. Yeah. That is my mascot. It is a personal design. Oh wait, that duck, not the mascot. I thought you meant this guy. Which of course is, you know, what I just showed you right there. That's my mascot. That's why I was thinking he would be like the PNG tuber. Also, if you notice, Barry, my minion in FF is always the fledgling dodo for this reason as well. This duck, hold on. Where did I get this duck? I got him at like a variety store. I'm kind of wondering if, yeah, he still works. He's a lamp. I'm actually surprised he still works. I haven't turned him on in so long. But yeah, the duck is a lamp. Brighter than opera. Oh, it's a lamp? Yeah. You guys haven't known, huh? He's just been sitting back there on the shelf this entire time and I've just never touched him until now. Yes, he is a lamp. Boop, boop. And I have to break his neck to turn him on. Ooh, ooh. I'm sure he doesn't mind. I like birds, basically. In case it isn't clear by now, I like birds a lot. I think birds are very, very cute. In general, I just like the concept of birds. Oh shit, your minion is a dodo. Yeah, it's been a dodo. It has been that dodo for years. I never change him unless, you know, I just want to show someone another minion. But this like the dodo follows me everywhere I go. You will never see me not without the dodo. Damn, calling the animal Popo. Oh no, now this stream is going to be proof of my wrongdoings. You know? This stream is going to be proof of my crimes against duck kind. Are we friends in Discord or Rosa has Discord for her venue? I am not sure. If I'm gonna be honest, Barry, like, hold on, should I call you Barry or Missy? Missy is closer to your FF name, maybe Missy, eh? I'm gonna be honest, Missy, I don't remember when I told you about my stream. I genuinely do not remember. Like, when you told me that you had watched my stream before, I was like, did I ever tell you about my stream? Like, I just don't remember. Like, I got the old man brain. When did I tell you about, like, my stream and stuff? Cause like I've been interacting with a lot of people in FF recently. When Aroka, you and I were hanging out a year ago. A year ago? Holy shit. I have a very, very, very slight recollection of this. But not much more. Hold on, I was supposed to show you guys my FF Twitter, and I've just forgotten. Because I've just been talking about stuff. But yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here's my cat girl people. If any of the non-FF people here want to follow me, feel free. I just post like, you know, pictures and stuff of my FF and stuff that I've been doing in FF, but that's about it. So if you guys want to follow, you can. Also, but I mainly wanted to show you guys this banner. This is also art of, you know, my FF character and of Dodo, but not of this Dodo. This is of the game Dodo. So, you know, I do have art. I have considered before whether to ask like the person who drew this for me whether to turn this into a PNG tuber, like, because that would also be cute. But yeah, I have no idea. Hello Ringos, patch talks tonight. Is there a patch? Is there a new patch? Guys, is there a patch? Dodo has dementia now. What do you mean? Oh wait, no, because I forgot. Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're correct. You are absolutely correct. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I do not remember anything I did in FF a year ago. Heck, I don't remember what I did in FF a few months ago. I thought you were talking about it. Is there an update? Hold on, I'm gonna check right now. Because if there's an update, then, well, logically we should do patch notes. I'm gonna check real quick, just to be sure. If anyone does want to follow me, I'll just leave it on in the background for a moment, so that you guys can see. Hold on, where's the patch notes? I found you. Oh no, I have been found. Thank you. Yeah, I figured Lilo was probably still like logging in and stuff like that. Hold on. Patch notes on. No, it doesn't look like there's been a patch. It looks like the last patch is just the one we did before with Belleric and Aulis and Paquito and all that. So yeah, probably doesn't have anything. I show you burp there. Cannot send the message. Can you not? Do I not have messaging turned on? Hold on. No message button. How do I turn that on? I don't know how to use Twitter very well. How do I do that? No idea. Well, I guess I'll have to look into that. Chat. Welcome to the... Oh, hold on. Do I have to... Apparently I have to set up a passcode to use my chat? That something... Oh, okay. Apparently I need to set up a passcode to use chat. Is that normal? I guess that's a new thing? I assume that's something that only new accounts need to do, because I definitely didn't need to do it on my old account. Try asking Elon. Yeah, definitely. Well, I guess I could just make a passcode real quick. Doesn't seem too hard. Okay, I think you can send me a message now, Missy. It should be okay now, I think. Let me follow you back as well. Okay, there we go. Followed you back. But yeah, largely I've just been chilling with FF14 lately to y'all. Hold on. Missy just sent me a image link in FF. Hold on. Can I show this? Missy, can I show this on stream? It should be fine, right? It's just a little bird figure. It should be okay to show this, right? Yeah? Okay. So I just got sent this. This is a bird figure. I know this bird! I have this! Well, not this exact bird, but I have bought this gacha box. I know this gacha box. I've seen it. I have models from this box. That's why I wanted to show it, because like, so you know, it's this bird with the like the white body and then the sort of like blue belly sort of set up. You wanted the buff one? Oh, I remember which one that is. So I actually have a couple of them right here. Right? So this is from, well, not the same box set, but from the same series. This is a rainbow bird. He's very dusty, so I'm not gonna hold him closer to the camera because he's so dusty. But see, it's the same set. I have this set. Because, you know, birds. I have this guy as well. Mafia bird. Honestly, this one is awesome. Look at him. He's got the hat and the pipe. I saw you had them, wanted to show you mine. Ah, I see. I have one more as well in the cupboard behind me. Oh, hold on. The tower of birds has fallen down. Okay. Yeah, he has arms. I have one more in the cabinet there, which is like the skateboard bird. The skateboard bird that crashed through a wall. That was funny as well. I was really hoping to get the one of the birds sitting on the toilet. That's the one I wanted the most. If you've seen the boxes, there's one of the birds sitting on the toilet. That's the one I really wanted. Unfortunately, I did not get that one. But yeah, all good. I don't get them anymore because unfortunately they are kind of pricey and they just kind of sit there collecting dust. Now I spend money on outfits in FF instead. But yeah, birds are good. But yeah, largely it's been FF for me, gacha gaming, waiting for Lacrimosa, waiting for Mifu. Is that everything? Is that everything that we've talked about? Is there anything? At KKV is cheaper or Taobao? That's true. You stream means I start my work. Ah, yes. Good luck. But yeah, if you are open to like drawing a simple PNG tuber for me, I actually would not mind. Actually, do you do commissions, Missy? Cause I am actually looking to see if I can find someone to do like a wall card, like a Warrior of Light card, you know? Because I'm gonna be honest, I actually do okay, I don't think I've told this to the people on stream yet. Right? I'm not sure if I've shared this on stream yet. I've only really talked about it in FF because it's a more FF related thing. But I am genuinely considering visiting Singapore for like this like FF14 convention that's gonna be happening in the second half of the year. Like, I'm genuinely thinking about it. It's not confirmed yet, but I am actually like really considering doing it because like I kind of want to go see, and there's a lot of peeps that I think I can meet there as well. So if I'm going to do that, I really want to have a Warrior of Light card, which for those of you who don't know what that is, it's basically like a name card that has your FF character on it. I actually have a couple here that were given to me by like some FF friends, like this right here. Alright? This sort of thing. Basically a simple thing, which obviously means I need art of my character. And I technically have one. That's the one I use as my like profile pic on Discord. But I don't know if I want to use that one or if I want to use like get a new one or something. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. And not to mention that if I do decide I want to go to Singapore, fudging hell, the exchange rate is the SGD exchange rate. I have to spend the king's ransom to get chicken rice. Suddenly bro appear on MPL SG. I don't know if that'll be happen during MPL SG. I'll give you Malaysian price on my passport notebook. Yes, please. It's so cool. I would like one. Our money is too weak. It really is. Inflation, yeah. Their Kopitiam quite cheap and nice though, I guess. But nothing beats our Malaysian mama culture, you know? Like 4 SGD for... Oh. 4 SGD. I guess that is not bad, actually. That is not bad. We'll see. We'll see whether or not I do decide to do it. But I am definitely contemplating it. I haven't went to Mamak in so long. Mamak's good. It's unhealthy, but it's good. Alright, anyways. Hold on. Let me go to the bathroom real quick, peoples. I will be right back. And then let us go ahead and play some MLBB. Oh yeah, while I'm doing that, quick show of hands. Who wants to play MLBB, yeah? I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Who wants to play? I miss Mamak Maggie. Mamak Maggie is so good. Okay, Kuril wants to play. Lilo wants to play. Fill his bladder again. Looks like Diamond also wants to play. So that does not look like enough people to do customs, unfortunately. Was hoping to see if we'd have enough people around to do customs, but doesn't look like it. Okay, looks like Darren has done it for you, Kuruel. He has made me refill my bladder. Ah. We can always do 2v2. If we do 2v2, that means I would need to be included. Which I guess, you know, could be an interesting thing to do since I've never really participated in the 2v2s. How many more Ringo's ass? Depends, really. If we're playing a rank, then technically we need one more. If we're playing customs, we can have up until 6 more? Yeah. Do you still hang with Aroka? Aroka is my IRL friend, actually. So, yeah, a little bit here and there. But not as much because they are very, very, like, raid person. Like, most of our FF friend group is basically spending all their time doing, like, savages and ultimates. So, as you know, I don't really do that. So, as a result, I've ended up hanging out in venues more by myself and, you know, hanging out with the peeps at venues. Surprised, yeah. I was actually the one who got Aroka into FF. Funny story there. My friend got me into FF. Somewhere down the line, I got Aroka into FF. I need to go pick up my sister, so I can't play for now. Dark Striker says he might join later. Okay, okay. Let me go ahead and just connect my phone first while we are doing this. I guess we could do like 2v2s. It is true that it's been a while since we've done 2v2s. Like, unfortunately, rank right now just is in a bit of a state, as we all are aware, right? I think I think you guys already have seen what my current thoughts about rank are. There's a reason why I've just not really personally been playing a lot of MLBB recently. Don't get me wrong, I still think the game is great, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be casting it, but playing it is different. Hold on, let me check some stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot I need to make some invoices for my recent cast for like the MSL. I was supposed to make an invoice. I forgot to make an invoice. Oh well, it's fine. I can do it tomorrow. Or well, you know, later tonight or something like that. For Dodo, birthday is another 1v1 tourney, but season 2. Is our 1v1 tourney extraordinaire just like a birthday thing now? Cause yeah, you are right. We did do the last one during my birthday. Huh, thinking about it. Missy, what was the date of MSQSG? I forgot what the exact day was. Because I recall that it's in October, right? Actually, hold on. I'm just gonna log out of FF for now. Since you're here anyway, I think I don't really need to be in the game right now, and I want to save some PC resources. So I'm gonna log out of FF real quick. Yeah, because I remember that it's on October. And my birthday is in October. So that is probably something I should check at least, you know, whether or not there happens to be an overlap. October 17th, okay. So not on my birthday. It should be fine then. Check my history, Dodo. Check my Rome Hanzo match. Why did you play Rome Hanzo? Like, you're gonna need to run by me why exactly that happened. When is my birthday? Chat, do you guys remember when is my birthday? I'm gonna pop quiz the people here real quick. Does chat remember my birthday? I played it cause tired of losing. But wouldn't Hanzo give you a higher chance of losing? In the 1v1 thing, ban Gin. Damn it, why is the audio not capturing again? Do I have to restart my phone again? I literally just restarted my phone before the stream though, in preparation of this. Well, I want my audio, so... Or wait, hold on. Is it because... No. Is that coming from the phone? Yeah, that's coming from the phone. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna restart my phone, people. I don't know why it does this. It's so annoying that it does this. Hold on. Restart phone. In the 1v1 tourney, we banned the champs. I mean, maybe instead of that, what we should do is we should have an exhibition match, you know? Like, maybe the champion title is supposed to be a king of the hill kind of situation. October 9th, was it? Ding ding. Darren is correct. It's a day before your father's. Oh, okay. Yes, that is correct, sir. Congratulations, you win the prize. The prize is my my admiration for remembering that. But I suppose you had your dad's birthday to use as a checkpoint. Birthday when? Yeah, that's it right there. Darren got it right. Okay, hopefully my phone connects properly now. I give you RM9 off purchase if you come MSQ. Wow. I'm being bribed. I will definitely think about it, because I am tempted. I really am. It's just, I don't really know how I would go about doing it. Wait, the sound is still missing. The fudge, dude. Why is it doing this to me? Even after restart. If you ask me when are my parents' birthdays, I could tell you my mom's and not my dad's. But why? Why only your mom? Damn it. Why is it doing this? Previously it worked when I restarted my phone, now it's not. Oh wait, no, hold on, no, I just had it turned down. That's on me. Okay, we're good. I just had the sound turned down. We are good. I'm okay. My bad. Also, hello, OwO. I saw you come in earlier and I forgot to say hi, I think. Hello, sir. How you doing? Time to grind the merch. How much merch do you have prepared already? I mean, it's still like 4 months away. That should be enough time, right? What other stuff are you making besides the passport? We saw and we don't judge. Well, unfortunately, I think I've done a lot of things on this channel that can be judged in multiple ways, so, yeah. Okay, so, I think what we will do today is we will indeed try to do customs, because, yeah, I think a lot of us are a little bit tired of rank. So, let me open up a custom lobby. Let's see, should I draft pick? I guess we... Yeah, draft pick, fudge it. And then whoever wants to join, tell me right now. And then we will count the numbers based on how many people are here. Who is Galactic Baseballer? I'm assuming one of y'all changed your name. Oh, OwO, okay. Okay, there's Diamond. Okay, is that everyone? Because we do have exactly enough for a 2v2 if that's the case. Has everyone here joined a 2v2 before? I know that Lilo, Kuruel, and probably OwO have joined 2v2 before. Has Diamond played 2v2 before on this channel? It has been quite a while actually since we did it. If you check my history, it's Sisilus. Who is Sisilus? Oh, or wait, do you mean Sicilian? Oh wait, no, it's CC. Okay, alright, I see. Diamond has not played 2v2 before. Okay, I see. Bro, if you see me climbing, it's just up and down 99, 102. Honestly, I feel like if I ever did hit 100 stars, I'd just be like, okay, I'm done, you know? Like, I don't need to bother going any further than this. Like, I'm good. But, you know, to each their own. Okay, Kuruel wants me to check his Hanzo match. Let's check his Rome Hanzo. What did he do? Where's his Rome Hanzo? This one, I assume. Yeah. Yeah. 176 Rome Hanzo with Thunderbelt. And you guys did win. How? You even have a Cyclops, Zilong, Leslie trio. Like, you guys just straight up don't have a front line besides you, and you're not even building tank. How the heck did you win? You stole, oh, you stole buffs. You know what? Actually not a bad idea. Alright, okay. You're helping a friend that's 80-ish to 100. Ah, okay, okay. I see, I see. I have coasters, passport stickers, and keychains I have to do in 3 months. Oh damn, that's a lot. Share with me your what's the word? Your brochure, your merch list later, Missy. Yeah, if you don't mind, like I'd like to see your stuff later. Not right now because you know we're about to play, but like later on. I'll probably log into FF for a short while after the stream ends. I'm curious to see. Catalog, yes, thank you. Why is my brain not working? I forgot fudging what was it? Bombshell earlier, now I forgot catalog. I can show you sketches though. Oh sure, if you're up for it. Okay, I mean you can go and support Emblem, Movement Talent, get Trinity, and then the rest tank. True, true. We're turning our brain off this stream. 5 head, correct. Okay. So we've got 2v2. The older peeps already know what the rules are, but just to explain to Diamond since he's new to the concept. So the way that we do 2v2 on the Dodo channel is we do 2 versus 2, all mid, so no side lanes. You cannot farm jungle. The only jungle camp that you can take is Litho. You are allowed to recall. Yes, you are allowed. Man, it's been a long time since I explained these rules. First to 2 towers wins. So basically the first team that is able to take the mid-tier 2 is the winner. You are allowed to recall. You cannot take jungle or turtle or lord except for Little Wanderer. And that's basically it. You also cannot farm the minions in the side lanes except for if they are pushing into your base. Because if the game lasts long enough, sometimes the minions actually do push into your base, and if you don't defend them, they'll just kill your crystal. So you can kill minions in other lanes if they are literally pushing into your base. But otherwise, you're not allowed to farm anything outside of the mid lane minions and the Little Wanderer. And you win when you kill your opponent's mid-tier 2. That's how it works. Any questions, Diamond? Any special rules? We'll keep it simple for round 1, I think, since Diamond is new to it. So typically, we like to add special rules as well, where we'll say like, oh, you guys can only pick like tanks, or you can only pick marksmen, or only pick assassins, that kind of thing. And then sometimes we'll do other sort of like funny stuff. But for now, we'll keep it simple. It's been a long time since we've done a 2v2, so I will open up the board. You guys can pick whatever hero you want. You can ban whatever hero you want. Typically, when Lilo or Gin are around, you're going to see get bans to like Guinevere, Kagura, Joy, Cho. But yes, all good, Diamond? I assume that you were able to understand that, and then since we have enough people, I can sit here and cast. So, is everyone ready? I'm assuming everyone is ready. I'm gonna do a countdown. If you guys are not ready, let me know. If not, we're going to start on my countdown in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the Dodo channel 2v2. Been a very long time since the last time we did one of these, so it should be interesting to see what will happen. On the blue side, we got Cruel and Diamond, and on the red side, we got Lilo and Akko. We're gonna kick things off with the ban phase.
Play the hero.
Your team
I will
is
be the
banned.
truth
Cruel
this
gonna
world
ban the
desperately
Yuzong,
needs.
which is an interesting choice. Is that something that they play over there?
So, who's next?
And we
Your
got the
team
Sun
is
ban,
banned.
which, you know what, makes sense. The monkey is annoying. Wait, this is dangerous grass. That's true. The last time we did 2v2s, we didn't have... Has it actually been that long? Has it been so long that we didn't have, like, the map
Your
changes?
team is banning.
Dude, it feels like the last time we did this, we didn't have the map changes. But the map changes have been around a while. Has it been that long? Since I did a 2v2?
Is back.
That
Your
much?
team is picking.
But yes, it is dangerous grass, which is probably one of the maps that can affect 2v2 the most. But then again, it's not like we walk into the jungle all that much, so you never really know. But looks like we're gonna see the Kagura and the Zilong ban, and then OwO will insta-lock the Hilda, which, you know what, makes a lot of sense. It's dangerous grass, you know. Obviously, someone's going to pick Hilda. I'd be very surprised if no one picked Hilda, considering the map we're on. But there's gonna be a lot of other good heroes as well. We will see what the red team decides to respond with. Oh, now that will be an interesting choice if it does end up happening. We got the Benedetta from OwO. The fudge? My game just crashed! Okay, well, at least it just puts me right back in. So it is... Oh, it's Benedetta CC. I thought that it was gonna be Arlet. Okay. Benedetta CC. Lilo did say that she's been enjoying a lot of CC. Which makes sense. And now we got the Phobius to counter the Benedetta. But CC is also a pretty solid counter to the Phobius. So this is gonna be an interesting one. I have never seen that Hilda skin before in my life. What the heck is that Hilda skin? I can't even tell it's Hilda. Is that new? Starlight. Wait, is this the new one of the? Is this a new Starlight skin from last month? I assume. Cause yeah, I have never seen this in my life. But yeah, we got the pink team, and we got the blue team. I guess it's kind of blue. It's blue enough. But alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're hopping into the first Dodo channel 2v2 in a very, very long time. How do I use these controls again? Oh no, that's not correct. No, hold on. Okay, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. So, we got Hilda with Revitalize and Phobius with Flicker. Already an exchange happening in the mid lane. Concussive Blast doing a lot of damage. We see the Vengeance popping out as well, but it's not going to be enough. First Blood over to Apollo. 2-man Petrify under tower. But unfortunately, the Revitalize doing a lot of work in that situation, especially since Phobius and Hilda are going to naturally be a little tankier than early game Benedetta CC. So once again, as a reminder of the rules to everyone who is watching, this is going to be decided. Hold on. Dark Wave, they're gonna connect Benedetta eye for an eye, get them out of the situation. But yes, once again, refresher of the rules. No jungle camps except Little Wanderer, only mid. The first team to take the mid tier 2 is the winner. Little gonna be contested. Oh, Benedetta trying to go for the steal eye for an eye. Actually gets the 2-man stun. OwO secures the Little, but it might cost his life in exchange. Kuruel chases him down, takes him out. Already 2 kills over to the blue side in exchange for the Litho. Not exactly a trade I would say is the most worth it, but they're still keeping up in EXP currently. The camera panning actually takes some skill. It does, honestly. There's a reason why Observer is a job. And we can see that Hilda is going to be kind of difficult to handle. Lilo is definitely playing a good hero to deal with this, but requires items before she can actually do the thing that CC does. At the very least, we need to see a War Axe. So there's the gold, there's the... Where's the items list? Okay, here's the item list. It's been a long time since I've played with the spectator controls, people. So, looks like Diamond is gonna go for the Molten Essence. Kuruel currently leaning towards damage. Red side both leaning towards damage. Lilo is dangerously low to be walking this far off. Gets caught with the ambush and taken out once again. The 2-man secure from the blue side. Now gonna be going in to get some whacking on the tower. Electro Final Blow used to clear up the minion wave. Well played from OwO to make sure that blue team doesn't get too much gold off of the tower, because they are already sitting on an 800 gold lead currently. Fury Hammer just completed. Most likely, I would assume both red team players are aiming for that War Axe. I would expect it from CC, not too sure about Benedetta. Oh, the Infernal Pursuit gonna be used. Lilo now stuck again, 1v2! And just taken out. Lilo just a little bit too behind on itemization. Plus, early game Hilda Phobia is very, very scary right now. Already looking at a 1k gold lead for the blue side. They are not holding anything back. Should be a free litho over there for Kuruel. Diamond literally just standing in the wave. Red team kind of forced to play turtle defense under their tower because, yeah, it's a little bit too dangerous to walk up against the blue team currently. Diamond is already level 6, the richest man on the board currently at 2.6k gold. Went for the Molten Essence into the Dreadnought, so not itemizing particularly greedy currently. Actually building exactly how you really should be building under these circumstances, and you can see how much of an impact that is having. Hello Shiper, customs? Yes. We are currently having a 2v2. Any slots? We should have. You can see if anyone else wants to join after this, and then maybe we can do like a 3v3 or something. For now, the game is gonna slow down a little bit. The blue team has been able to chunk out a little bit of the gold shield, but it's not all that bad, all things considered. Again, Lilo gonna spot out the Phobias in the bush. Infernal Pursuit doing a lot of damage. Apollo flickering out of the tower. Meanwhile, Kuruel diving straight into backline benches keeps Lilo alive and ends up punishing Kuruel. It's gonna be the first kill for the red team. Lilo gonna go back home to heal. Aqua should be able to clear up this minion wave. Eye for an eye to dodge the Infernal Pursuit as well. And red team able to find a little bit of a return here. A much needed one. War Axe now completed on both players, which is going to be a very, very important power spike. But Diamond is definitely still the biggest threat on the board right now. That emote is diabolical. I think any emote right now. Oh, Electro-Final Blow gets cancelled! Ivor and Aito stuns too! Akko even recall spamming a little bit. He knows what he did. Lilo definitely able to tank the front line just a little bit more now. Actually going for the magic shoe is a little bit greedy potentially, but can definitely have big returns if we're able to delay the game long enough. Since CC is definitely the better counter in this case, the both these heroes. The Electro Final Blow gets cancelled once again. Eye for an eye gonna be used to retreat back to the base. Gonna see the Benedetta ult used to clear the minion wave. Once again retreating back, and Kuruel jumps in, ults onto Lilo, but gets taken out by tower, so ends up getting a killing spree over the Diamond. 3-0 on the Phobias. The big purple man, pretty scary right now. The Dreadnought armor also making it very difficult to actually kill him, but currently still not much damage done to either tower. If the game lasts long enough, we can't say for sure who will actually win this out. Because I would personally say that red team has a little bit more scaling due to the fact that both heroes are building damage. But they're definitely gonna need some armor piercing. Diamond literally just standing in the wave and throwing dark waves out whenever he sees anyone walk up is very difficult to deal with. Once I saw that Benedetta, I knew that Phobias was gonna be a pretty likely option. If Lilo actually did go Arlet, I was 100% sure like, oh, Phobias was gonna wreck this team so bad. Hold on, Lilo gonna find the Hilda in the bush. Gonna have to back off, regen it up. At the very least doesn't get picked off this time, which is an important distinction from what was happening earlier in the day. But red team has actually been able to narrow the gold gap by quite a lot here, I'll be honest. They're only about 200 gold behind, which is a far cry from like the 800 gold deficit they had earlier. Electro-Final Blow, Petrify gonna be used on Diamond. A kill here would be huge. Hilda not shown on the map just yet, but look at Kuruel coming in from the flank. Went the long way around through the jungle. Not able to get the kill yet though. Oh, Xavier points out a very... Yeah, you are right, Xavier. I was wondering why Diamond was farming up so quickly. Xavier able to notice that Kuruel is playing Rogue Hilda. he actually has roam boots. That's why Apollo is getting so much farm, because he's basically getting all the gold from the lane. Two-man Dark Wave gonna be used. Vengeance popped as well from Lilo. Cruel comes in from the side to zone. Unfortunately, damage still a little bit lacking. Dreadnought now completed by OwO. It does look like both red teamers have gone for roam as well, though. So they will also be sharing gold a little bit. Diamond, definitely a big threat currently. But it is definitely possible to outplay him, depending on how the itemization goes. I really feel like Lilo especially probably consider going for some armor penetration. Because the Antique Cuirass has already been completed, and it looks like Apollo is going into a Dominance Ice after this as well. So this is actually full tank Phobias. Which means you are not killing him anytime soon. It's kind of funny that the Phobias core getting all the farm is building tank, and then the Hilda roam is building damage. So blue team has a very interesting strategy going on their side right now. Lilo playing a dangerous game for sure. If Cruel was actually in that bottom bush, that would have been a pretty sticky situation, but luckily gonna be okay for now. See the eye for an eye gonna be used. Not quite able to get the stun in time, but it's also quite difficult for blue team to actually push up. The wave clear, especially from the Benedetta, is pretty high. So unless they're able to actually secure a kill, they can't really hit the tower yet. And since they are both fighters, they can't exactly die for the kills too easily either. If they had a mage or a marksman, there's a chance. Hold on, they're gonna find Cruel in the bush. Revitalize gonna be dropped down. Electrifiable Purify ends up to Curtain Call. Lock them down. Vengeance gonna be used as well. Infernal Pursuit though used in return. Diamond's still a little bit too tanky overall, but we can definitely see the damage gap starting to close. And the net worth difference now is even. The red team has actually caught up in terms of gold.
Red team turret has been destroyed.
The game is about to last long enough for the minion waves on the side to start pushing in. Lilo gonna drag Diamond under the tower. Two-man Dark Wave gonna be used once again. Curtain Call used defensively. We are looking at a bit of a stalemate situation right here, folks. Yeah, red team unfortunately gonna be forced to do a little bit of housekeeping because the game gods decided, hey, let's F your side lanes this time around. Cruel gonna set up the ambush, go in, Lilo draw, clearing the minion wave, you would not see that one coming! Lilo goes down, Octo Final Blow gonna be cancelled once again. Diamond just the bane of OwO's existence. Not able to get the return kill. I gotta say, it's pretty diabolical to use the fact that they have to clear minion waves to get that gank and kill. But look, the final blow gonna be used, clears up the minion waves just fine. As long as OwO is still alive, should be able to handle minions pretty alright. But Lilo only just respawned, another wave is coming in, full wave, no ultimate available. Eye for an eye gonna be used under the tower, trying to survive everything to play, and Dark Wave comes out in Infernal Pursuit. They take down the Benedetta. Lilo only just comes back to lane now, not able to respond in time. That's the first tower dead. One more is all it'll take for blue team to win out our 2v2 here. Hunter Strike completed from Lilo. Sea Halberd from OwO. Sea Halberd definitely going to be a very useful item in this case to help provide some anti-heal. But still no armor penetration on the red side. I suppose it is a little bit difficult to farm them up right now. Especially since for some reason the minion waves are pushing against them. I really don't know why that is the case. It really should be more equal, or at the very least should take a lot longer for this to happen, but I digress. Diamond now has the Chastised Pauldron completed as well. This is indeed full tank Phobias. You would think that maybe he'd slot in like a War Axe or a Thunderbelt somewhere, but no, man's just like, nah, I'm just gonna out-sustain. And so far it is working. Phobias is still one of the more meta EXP laners in the game right now. Net worth difference is actually starting to lean towards the red side though, so maybe a little bit longer. And we could see a shift in dynamic. Kuruel comes in from behind, gets petrified. Revitalize gonna be used, Electrifying Blow as well to chase the Hilda down. Curtain Call locks him inside. Kuruel not able to flicker away. The Hilda goes down. Vengeance gonna be popped as well. Allows them to survive the Phobius, and now Lilo is turning around on Diamond. They're chasing him 1v2. He's dropping low. Infernal Pursuit gonna be used. Not able to get the knock up in time. But red team with their first definitive team fight victory. Lilo gonna be ambushed once again in the bush, trying to avoid all of the stacks. The Flicker Dark Wave. Diamond sets it up. Mega kill for the Phobius. The Flicker Dark Wave setup to actually catch Lilo. Our players are quite locked in right now. Hello Harsha, welcome to the stream. We are currently holding a 2v2. It has been a very, very long time since the last time we held a 2v2. Seems like some fun things are going on. Indeed they are, sir. Oh, here comes Kuruel once again from behind. But OwO does have the defensive tools to get out of the situation. Death timers are starting to become pretty long at this point. We are entering the 14-minute mark. This is definitely the late game, even in a 2v2 situation. Dominance Ice is complete on Lilo, so you now have double anti-heal. And OwO also has the Malefic Roar. Both the Benedetta and the Phobius are max level as well. They're gonna scout out Kuruel, trying to go from the side. Eye for an eye gonna be used to avoid the Phobius. This is a tense battle. We can see Diamond trying to engage on Lilo. Not able to chase though. At this point, the CC has hit a bit of a point where she is able to outrun the foe if played correctly. Isn't it unfair to play Phobius against Bene? Well, it was draft. It was a draft. Oh, Lilo though a little bit out of position, gonna be chased down by both of the blue team. Revitalize gonna be used quite early on. Curtain Call as well. Kuruel actually ending up dying. Vengeance comes out, but Lilo is literally one hit away from death, trying to get away from Diamond as much as possible. But look in the mid lane, OwO using this opportunity to go for the tower instead. Macro play in the 2v2. Who could have ever seen this coming? Red team evens it out. Both teams now on a single tower standing, and in fact it's blue team who ends up taking a lot of damage. In fact, OwO might be going for the end game. 2 more hits on the tower and the minion goes down. Diamond just barely keeps it alive. Now trying to go for the 1v2, but the Curtain Call slows him down. The Flicker Dark Wave actually misses now. Could this be a chance for red team to get that kill? 1v2, but Diamond definitely has more HP overall. Like the Fumble comes out, doesn't really hit the target, but oh, the Petrify! Diamond on low HP! 2-man Dark Wave connect! Infernal Pursuit gonna be used. It is an absolute brawl! 1 hit away to shut down! Lilo picks up the Phobius! Kuruel comes through, pops the Hilda ult, takes out OwO, but the minion collides with the mid tower, and red team has done it! Red team has made the reversal happen. And with that, Lilo and OwO take the victory. That was intense, actually.
Victory!
That was actually legitimately a good game. What the fudge, y'all? That was genuinely well played. Good job, everyone. Holy shit. I didn't expect y'all to make it so intense. Diamond says got baited, hoo hoo hoo, yep. It does seem to be the case, but you really were a threat for most of the game there, sir. They should have swapped the build and then we could have lost. Yeah, I feel like if Phobius went at least Bruiser and then Hilda went tank, it might have been a lot more difficult to handle. But still, it was a tricky one, and a pretty fun one as well. Good job, guys. Good job. What a way to return to the lands of Dodo 2v2.
When I take a photo, one eye looks inward. One eye looks...
Everyone loves a good comeback story. Alright, who wants to join? Drop on in. We'll see if we can get a 3v3 going, or maybe even more. Code? I guess, yeah, I can show the code. Hold on. There we go. I assume that is Shiper over there with the Chinese name. Oh, toast. Oh, we got a 3v3, everyone. Okay, we got a 3v3. Do we do the same rules for a 3v3? Oh, Shiper's resources are 9% downloaded. I guess we can wait a short moment because I also need to go to the bathroom. So, one moment. Be right back. This is what happens when you guys hydrate me. Okay, I'm back. Oh? Here is as well. We would kind of have an uneven number, but let's just bring him in and see what happens. Is he joining? I did accept his request, but I don't see him here. If even, I can go up, trust. All good. We can always figure out different game modes to play. I need to kill P-Riz, Dodo. Well, ask him to come in here then. If we do end up doing a 4v3, I think there are some interesting game mode ideas that we can do. You can go to the tree for a fair number. But then the side that had you wouldn't be even. Hello Mystique, what is this? We are doing custom games right now. Basically just kind of like coming up with different game modes. Before this we were playing our standard 2v2, but now that we have more people around, might be time to think of something new. 3v3 or what? Well, right now it's 3v3, but we might have more peeps. Hello, P-Riz. Do you want to join us, sir? Would you like to participate? Thank you for the hydration as well. Leave it to P-Riz to make me want to pee. Me? If I'm allowed, yeah, sure. We can do a different game mode. Like, I do actually have ideas for like 4v3 situations. If it's 3v4, Dodo should join. I guess that's also a possibility. That is true. I can join for a 4v4. Furious wants to join then? Alright, sure. Now, if we do okay, I'll let you guys decide. Would you guys prefer to do a regular 4v4 with me in it? Or do you guys want to try a game mode idea? Like, it could be sort of a protect the president kind of situation. So like, the 3 side is attacking, the 4 side is defending. You know, that sort of concept. Idea 2 Immortal versus 5 Mythics. I don't think we have enough of a split to do that. But yeah, I'll let you guys choose. Do you guys want to try like my attack and defend game mode idea? Or do you guys want me to join and make it 4v4? If we do a 4v4, it would probably be a regular game where we just do like 1 person in each lane plus 1 jungler, I guess. Or 1 roam, depending on what we want to do. Wait, where did P-Riz go? Idea 3, the 4-people team has no items? Nah, I think that's a bit too unbalanced. If you want to do an item versus no items kind of setup, I think it might actually have to be 2v5. Oh, did P-Riz get kidnapped? Whoops. Well, I guess it's a 3v3 for now then. No target locking my guinea pig. Well, I guess he probably doesn't want to stay when he's hearing you say that you're gonna be target locking him the entire game. But yeah, okay. So I guess we'll go with a 3v3 for now. Let's see. Do we stick with the same rules for a 3v3? Would 3v3 all mid become a bit too messy? Because I think we have done it before. It's probably alright, right? It should be fine, right? 1 each lane. That would just be 3 1v1s. I don't think that would be the most interesting viewing experience. Three 1v1s equals more action. But I also need to look at all of them, Harsha. I'm only one guy. I'm not an observer. Just do 3v3 at mid until inhibitor? I guess so. I guess we can do that. Right? So basically, same thing as 2v2. But we add 1 tower. Shall we do that? We do a 3v3 all mid, no jungle, only litho. But to win, you have to kill the inhibitor, not the tier 2. And do you guys want to add the roll wheel? Is it time to bring back the wheel? Okay, wait. Everyone here knows the rules, right? Does Shiper know the rules? Just checking. Since, you know, some of the peeps here are probably a little newer than others. We just explained it to Diamond earlier. What are the rules for the 3v3? Okay. So, basically, 3v3, all mid. Only all mid. No jungle except for Little Wanderer. No side lanes, except if they're pushing into your base, then you kind of have to defend it. So it is all mid all the time. You are allowed to recall, and the game ends Normally the game ends when you kill the mid tier 2, but that's for 2v2. Since it's 3v3, we'll say like the game ends when you kill the mid inhibitor tower. Can I request no tank on the wheel? Okay, let's bring up the wheel. Hold on, it's been a while since I've done this. So this is what the wheel was previously. So we will set it up so it is. Let's make it simple for now. All mage, all fighter, all assassin. Wait, why did I say ass assassin? I typed ass assassin. All what am I missing? All marksmen. You just wrote ass twice. Yes, I saw it. Do we want to do all tank, all support? No, it should be all support only, because tanks are technically included in all support. Do it? Should we do it? All support and it's a 30-minute game, yeah. We'll do all support as in it includes supports and tanks. I think that's fair. Because I think it would be a bit too limiting if it's only supports. But man, if we do get all support tank, I feel like we are going to have a 30-minute game. Alright everyone, time to roll the wheel and see what we get. Let's go! Oh, that was close! It is going to be all mage! Honestly, that was close. We were very close to getting all supports or tanks. But all mage is probably the most chaotic. Anything with mage roll, yes. As long as it has basically, if you go to the shop and click mage and they're in there, they're allowed. Alright. If anyone doesn't know the rules, let me know now. If not, I'm going to start once again with the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the go! So Alice is not a mage, Alice was up there. Basically, if you press your like mage tab, or actually no, it's not a mage tab, it's a mid lane tab, right? Yeah, basically, it should have mage in the role.
Your team
Alright,
is
so
banning.
on the blue team, we've got Shiper, Toast, and Cruel. Hold on, is Toast in the chat? Have I seen Toast in the chat? He is aware of the rules, right? And then on the red side, we have Lilo, Akko, and Diamond.
Welcome to the greatest magic show of all
Your
time!
team is banning.
It's time to go to the RT show.
Alright, we see the Kagura and Lilia bands, which you know what makes sense.
My kids.
And then we see the Harley
Will it
and
grant
Alice bands.
immortality or death?
They're banning all my shit.
Come and join me in my
Your
dream
team
world.
is banning.
Hold on, just checking. Toast is here, right? I probably should have checked that before we started. It would be very awkward if he's actually not here and he ends up picking a non-mage hero.
Everything engulfed
Okay,
in
there he
flames.
Your
is.
team
Alright,
is picking.
we're good then.
Even the strongest
Oh.
of currents
Your
fail
team
to
Toast
save
gonna
me.
kick things off straight with the Bane. Technically, he is a mage. And he can technically build physical. There is no rule against that. You're just supposed to pick a mage. So, if Toast intends to build physical Gord, he has kind of like found a loophole for like physical damage. But we are now gonna be seeing the Gord and the Selena from the red team, which is actually a pretty scary combo. Both of them have very long range stuns that, you know, if you get caught, you are a little bit eh. Oops, I forgot. The wheel is still on the screen. I need to take that off. At least the game didn't start yet. We see Shiper hovering through a few mages. What's gonna be the final choice? It is the Chang'e and the Esme, which is actually a pretty good duo because now Esme can be their frontline tank, and there's no chance of the Chang'e being countered by an Esme since they are going to be on the same team. I would say right now, blue team honestly has a pretty well balanced lineup. They have a tank, they have a mage, and then they have a potential physical damage carry. And Toast can build magic as well. It just depends on what he wants to do. And Leilo's gonna finish with the Zhu Sin. So they do have some way of scouting bushes, which I think is good. Having the Zhu Sin to scout bushes to at least have a slightly tankier hero that can stand in front is gonna be pretty solid. But these are going to be your lineups, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone who is not in the game right now, place your bets. Is it gonna be blue team or red team that wins this 3v3 mid? We got flickers all around except for one vengeance. This is gonna be Kuruel on the Esmeralda. And then we got Quantum Charge Bane, Impure Rage Esme, Quantum Charge Chang'e versus Lethal Ignition Selena, and 2 Impure Rages on the Gord and the Zhu Sin. Is Shiper taking a moment to load? The suspense. Shiper, is your are you loading okay? Is it like I see you at 30% right now? I'm not too sure if it's just Shiper or if it's the others as well, because I only see loading on like a couple of people, which is actually kind of curious. Let me reload. Okay. Alright, hold on. I will pause the game. Let us know when you're back in, Shiper. That is the benefit of having a custom match. So give us a moment, everyone. We're gonna have some. Okay, we're good? Alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are hopping into the Land of Dawn for our 3v3 match on the blue team. We got Kuruel on Esme, Shiper on Chang'e, and Toast on Bane. And on the red side, we got Diamond on Gord, OwO on Selena, and Lilo on Zhu Sin. Going to be a true battle of the ages right away. Now having the Zhu Sin is going to be a very important tool for scouting bushes. There's no chance of an ambush. Instead, they already initiate and Kuruel, the Vengeance comes out, gets lifted up. First blood to Lilo straight away. The blue team is definitely the tankier one, but there is a lot they have to keep an eye out for. The Abyssal Arrows, the Mystic Projectiles, and all of that with the Zhu Sin Lantern as well, just constantly scouting them out. Honestly, red side has a pretty scary mid-trio. Already the Gap and another stun on the Kuruel will be able to survive it this time around, but you can see even the Mystic Injunction doing a lot of damage. Abyssal Arrow connects with Chang'e to get the lift up into the Mystic Projectile, a full dive from the red team, forcing the flicker from Toast, just barely surviving that one. But red side is oppressive, dude. Like, oh man, I was a little worried that they might not be tanky enough, but I suppose that they don't really need to worry about that when they can just keep throwing stuns out. OwO gonna get hit once again with 2 stuns in a row! And Lilo picks up the kill. If you get hit by 1 stun, you're gonna get hit by the other. That is actually terrifying. Toast already gonna get lifted up into the arrow! The projectile actually misses. Can he get out? No, the flicker in! OwO finishes off the Bane. Red side already leading by 3 kills. I would hate to play against this. Holy shit. Dodo commentating on previous. Oh, the lift up into the projectile again. Vengeance cast to be used by OwO just to survive. Abyssal arrow won't connect this time, but you can see that blue team is just basically not allowed to walk up at all. This is actually really, really difficult to play against. Holy shit. OwO definitely needs to build pretty tanky. Oh, the 2-man missing projectile into the gush, and the lift up on OwO just barely survives to get the lift up on Toast as well. All the members of red team are already level 4, whereas blue team still level 3. Because they literally just cannot walk up to the minion wave at all. Looking at the item, what the heck are the items? Alright, I guess it's, oh, hold on, the arrow with the projectile! Oh, there's Toast! He is Toast! For real! But we are looking at some very interesting item builds right now. We kind of expected that Bane might go physical. And I guess thinking about it, it is possible for Chang'e to also go physical. But why is Esme going oh wait, no, wait, is it for Feather of Heaven? Oh, the Bane gonna get hit with the Mystic Gush. Is able to survive this time around. Falling Star Moon lands into the backline. Actually does a lot of damage to OwO and Diamond, but might be in some trouble. Once again, lift up onto Shiper. Just hit level 4, but no mana for the Meteor Shower. The lift up on Toast as well, but the point blank deadly catch gets the first kill of the blue team onto OwO. But we see a killing spree for Lilo in return. The Zeus in, gonna be pretty scary. Is that a Feather of Heaven? That builds into Feather of Heaven. I thought that OwO was gonna play tank. Apparently not. A very interesting choice. We'll see whether that pays off. But the Zeusin alone are making life very difficult for the blue team. They just can't go anywhere. One team is building magic while the other team is building basic attack. Yeah, that does seem to be the case. Now I'm pretty sure that this is just your typical physical Bane. We see the arrow land into the projectile, into the gush. The combo is just way too deadly. If I ever see this combo in Brawl, I am leaving the game before it starts. Because this is crazy. Who gets late game? Logically speaking, it should be blue team actually. If they are all building into physical, then they will actually do a lot of damage once we get into like the 3rd or 4th item. And considering that the teams need to kill the inhibitor tower to win, there is definitely the chance that it lasts long enough for that to happen. But it means that until that happens, they are going to be abused. Oh, the arrow gets connected because of the lift up. Mega kill for Lilo. Mystic Gush gonna be used as well because why not? Another arrow connects with the Esme. Forced to use the Vengeance early. The projectile into the arrow. The flicker has to come out for Shiper just to survive, but the Lilo jumps into the back with the Crimson Beacon to pick off Chang'e. Unstoppable streak for Zusin. And the projectile actually connects with OwO before the tower goes down. Tier 1 already taken. If blue team can survive to the late game, they honestly can one-shot the red team. The question is, can they last that long? When will pros start using the Selena Gore combo? Technically I've seen it. Look at that, Mystic Gush Toast nearly dies. Flicker used on both. Not able to find that kill, but battle spells forced. At the very least, now that blue team is able to play closer to their base, it takes them not as long to go back and heal. But the itemization difference is really building up. We are looking at a 3k gold lead for the red team, which is very scary. Projectile into the left up, meteor shower used defensively, falling star moon. Good re-engage from Cruel. Actually runs into the opponent as a way of running away. But yeah, unfortunately we won't really see this combo because Selena Rome just doesn't feel very good. Oh, that's a bunch of abilities that missed actually. Toast able to dodge a lot of them, which is gonna be pretty useful. Two-man Mystic Projectile, but the arrow not able to connect this time around. If the blue team can weather this siege, there is a chance, for sure. We got the War Axe completed by Toast and then 2 Feather of Heavens. So it is Physical Bane and so far it is Magic Chang'e and Esme. I feel like Cruel should just build tank. Having a Radiant Armor holder would be really good in this situation. But hey, it's their choice. For now, at the very least, they are holding on to their tier 2. Toast also gonna wisely scout out the bush, prevent any sort of ambush happening on the flank. And things are gonna slow down just a little bit. For now, Diamond has opted to skip shoes entirely, rushing the glowing into the Ice Queens. Which makes sense since he is a Gord, he's just gonna be standing at the back most of the time anyway. Movement speed not too important when you are playing all mid. OwO has the oh, they landed the projectile. Toast has to flicker away. Flicker used as well. Point blank for Falling Star Moon on tree from Cruel. Red team fights to engage. They punish Diamond, but now the backline dive coming out from OwO. Shaper able to survive, able to keep Selena away. Tries to re-engage the flicker, the dodge, the fade away, but the shield keeping OwO alive. Finally, Shaper is able to finish him off, but now it's 1v1, and it looks like Lilo is gonna be the victor here. Double kill and a team wipe for the red team. Honestly, not at all a bad engagement from blue, but they just don't have enough damage yet. They need a little bit more time. Toast at least is able to respawn to make sure that they don't lose another tower. And we can see that things are starting to get a little closer. If red team isn't careful, they do actually take quite a lot of damage on their side since they are mostly building damage. Lilo did go into Clock of Destiny, and then Ice Queen's wand. I'm actually kind of surprised that Lilo didn't go for a Sky Piercer. You know, considering that they are 7-0, you would think that a Sky Piercer would actually be a pretty good pickup. But I suppose they're playing it safe. Oh, the projectile comes out. Toast not able to check the bush in time. The instant ambush. Cruel goes in with the Falling Star Moon on top of Diamond. Gord dodged the half HP. Vengeance gonna be used as well, and now Cruel in a really, really bad spot. I don't think he's getting out of this one. Surrounded and taken out. Shaper gonna need to hold the weight lane for another 10 seconds. It is a Chang'e though. One of the better heroes for clearing way from afar. Meteor Shower going to be used there.
Red team turret has been destroyed.
Keeps the tower alive long enough for Toast to return. Probably gonna need to use the ult to get rid of this, I think. No, actually gonna hold on to it. Toast walking forward, kinda dangerously, gonna get picked up into the projectile, into the gush. Toast has to flicker out to safety. Just barely survives. Falling Star Moon, unfortunately not able to hit the target. Once again, the lift up onto Cruel. Lilo just being really, really difficult to handle right now because honestly, this Zusin does a lot more damage than you would think. The Ice Queens want keeping people in place. And another tower gonna be contested, taken out. A single inhibitor stands between the blue team and defeat. They will still have the holy defense for another minute. So that should buy them a little more time. But they're still working on their second item. They really need that third item power spike.
Red team turret has been destroyed. Turret has been destroyed.
Concentrated energy now from Lilo as well. He understands the job. Just stay alive and be as annoying for as long as possible. Right now, blue team doesn't really have any ways of breaking through this kind of lifesteal. Endless Battle going to be a second item for Toast, so this is your typical skill spam physical damage
Red
Bane.
team turret has been destroyed.
Luckily for the blue team, it does look like the minion waves are giving them a bit of a hand. The red team gonna need to back off just to make sure those don't collide with their base. Oh, Falling Star Moon lands on one. Actually does find OwO inside the bush. Dropped into half HP. Mystic Gush comes out as a zoning tool. Missile Arrow dodged. Nope. Shyper gets hit, but is backing up the flicker forward. OwO picks up the killing spree. Double kill. The backline time, and now Toast is the last one standing, trying to run away, but no dice. Another team wipe for the red side. Which means that the tower is exposed. There is no holy defense. Another 10 seconds before Kuruel can come back. I think this might be it, folks. The combo from the red team, a little bit too oppressive. And the inhibitor tower will fall. Red team will take the victory in this 3v3. My god, look at that damage. That is actually insane right there. But it looks like red team had the correct idea. I initially thought that blue team had the more balanced draft. But when it comes down to all mid, you just gotta have heroes that throw shit at their opponents. Well played, GG. You guys are really making these games intense.
Gas.
When the shutter snaps.
Who was the
It's a good thing I'm streaming today and not tomorrow, because I will definitely need to rest my voice a little bit in preparation for MPL. Okay, Harsha wants to join, so if everyone still wants to play, we can technically have a 4v4 that includes me. I was gonna go full tank after concentrated. You are scary, Lilo. Zusin in that situation, honestly, so impressive. Who is this? Who is this person? I don't recognize this name. Oh wait, is this Harsha? Cause like Harsha did change account, right? I don't really remember what his new account was called. That is Harsha, okay. Okay, let me generate the lobby code as well. And now we will invite the rest. Kuruel still playing? Have the teams been scrambled? Yeah, looks like they've been scrambled a little bit. You pressed the wrong ASMR? What does that even mean? Okay, well... So, I will tell you guys, if we do have a 4v4 with me, there will be no casting. And you guys will only be able to see my perspective, yeah? So it's gonna be a slightly different experience. And not to mention that if it is a 4v4, we can't exactly do all mid anymore. We probably do have to split it up. So, I suppose we should do one person per lane. Okay, question to you guys. Do you guys want... Oh, OwO also suggested the idea of 3v3 mid and 1 jungle. But I feel like the jungler would out-level very quickly, that's the thing. Because like 3 people sharing EXP mid would like level very slowly compared to one guy who is like farming all the jungle camps. So I think that is a little bit difficult. 4 jungle, all no retry. That is very funny. But I feel like it would, like the shtick would also get a little bit like boring quick. Do you guys, okay, question to you guys. Do you guys want to do like a standard sort of style where like we put 1 person per lane and then 1 jungle or 1 roam? Or do you guys want to try doing sort of like a different game mode? Because now that we have 4v4, we can technically try doing the, you know, protect the president or like hunt 1 target sort of thing that we did before. 4v4 mid I think is a bit hard. Actually, it's not impossible, to be honest. Like, if you really think about it, we could do 4v4 mid and just end the game on the crystal. You know, we just keep increasing the distance. Do you guys want to do 4v4 all mid? Basically same rules, except there's 4 people now. And yes, we will bring out the wheel. 4v4 mid? Shall we do 4v4 mid? Let's do 4v4 mid, fudge it. Okay. We'll pull back out the wheel, and I'll go ahead and remove mage, since we already did it. How about protect the president, but opponent doesn't know who is the president? I feel like, while it's kind of an interesting idea, it would kind of lose the appeal, because like, you kind of want to know who the president is, so that you can like properly protect or attack them. Not to mention, it's kind of hard for me to hide the president when I'm the one who has to assign them. So we'll do 4v4 mid. I think let's start with 4v4 mid, and then if we want to do something different. Isn't 4v4 mid too much? That is what I think as well. But you know what? Let's just try it. Let's just try it, why not? Okay, anyways, 4v4 mid, and then after this we'll try a different game mode and see what happens. Alright, what is the role going to be? Time for the wheel, let's go! It is. Oh boy. Oh man, well that's interesting. All marksmen. I have no idea what that's going to do. Cooked. Everyone is cooked right now. Who are the good marksmen for this situation? We don't know. But okay, everyone ready up. Who's not ready? OwO, ready up. Okay, I think everyone here knows the rules by now. Let's just go ahead and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All marksmen 4v4 mid. This is gonna be interesting. Alright, marksmen. Let's see. We are going to be picking a lot of the marksmen from the pool. Oh, that's a good idea actually. I like, yeah, that's a good idea. We're banning.
I am the priestess of primal lightning, the hunter of all the evil gods.
No free tank.
It's my way or the highway.
Your team is banning.
Experience the euphony of
The enemy
suffering.
is banning.
What other marksmen are there?
Already got him lined up in my sights.
Your team
And what
is
do
banning.
I want to play is the question.
Popple and Koopa are the best partners
The
in
enemy
the world.
is picking.
Dude, 4 marksmen in the mid lane is gonna be so fudging messy.
I see lots of prey.
Please pick a hero.
Oh, an interesting idea
When the
there.
heart falters, darkness will sink its fangs.
Time and tide wait for no
The
man.
enemy is
Nor
picking.
girl.
I feel like Beatrix should have good AoE for the situation, right? Not that I'm a particularly good Beatrix player, but you know, not like a lot of my usual options are gonna be particularly good here anyway.
Pain is the proof that I'm still alive.
Get lost or get arrested.
Your team is picking.
They call me a hero.
Oh, that is a good
because I
idea.
saved my
Your
nation
That is
from
a good
falling
idea.
apart.
Okay. I could definitely consider that.
Cuckoo. Horology is my craft.
Oh, we
and
have a
Disney's
second
my
ban
hobby.
phase. What? We have enough people for a second ban phase? Damn, okay.
Need some stitches? I can help.
Your team is picking.
Sniper ready. Give me a target.
The enemy is picking.
Okay, okay. So we got Beatrix, Clint, Yi Sun-shin, and Leslie versus Roger, Layla, Brody, and Obsidia? Is it gonna be Obsidia?
I am the sovereign of the
Obsidia.
abyss, the slayer
Okay.
of gods.
This is gonna be an interesting one, fellows. I really don't know what to expect with this. Sure, whatever. We'll stick with that. Do I need that? I probably need that. Okay, okay. Is roaming boots allowed? Yes. Roaming boots are allowed. Tank Layla, trust, perhaps. Let's see, we got Inspire on the Obsidia, Flicker on the Layla and Roger, and then Aegis on the Brody. Lilo is playing Layla. Okay, okay. And then we have a Revitalize and a Purify. This is gonna be an interesting one, everyone. Now, of course, I'm not gonna be able to provide commentary because I will actually need the lock-in.
Mobile Legends. 5 seconds till the enemy
I have
reaches
not
the
played
battlefield.
Beatrix in a
Slash
while, I'm
them
gonna be
randomly.
honest with
My
y'all.
sniper rifle, all troops
I hope I
deployed.
still remember how to play her properly.
Hey there, meet Runner, Nibiru, Wesker, and Bennett.
Battle spell is ready.
I like how both sides are just too afraid to walk up to each other.
Battle spell is ready.
Because we are all marksmen.
And we're efforts to be the protagonist.
Oh, that's a risky play, sir. It might work though. It actually fucking worked. The mad lad.
Always one generation ahead of ya.
So the reason I picked Beatrix is because she has range like this.
You have slain an enemy.
I knew that like being able to farm the wave was gonna be a very important requirement. Okay, so far so good for the red team. Well, blue team. No, why am I saying red?
Loaded. Bang bang.
I am getting kind of lag spikes though. Like, what the fudge? Look at this, dude. What? I'm frozen. Dude, what's happening to me?
Always on the winning side.
Battle spell.
Maybe I need to switch the data. I might need to switch the data. My Wi-Fi has been really weird lately. I'm gonna try switching the data and see if that helps.
If
Yeah,
sheer
data
words
feels
could break
smoother.
you, what cannot? Hey there, meet Runner, Vero, Wesker, and Bennett. Locked and loaded. Bang bang. If sheer words could break you, what cannot? It requires some extra efforts to be the protagonist.
By the way, where the heck did my shot go?
Battle spell and cooldown.
Always on the winning side.
Okay, so far it looks like our side is doing good.
Airdrop incoming!
Battle spell.
Okay. I think Beatrix was definitely the correct choice.
Always one generation ahead of you.
Oh shit, I actually got hit.
An enemy has been slain.
Always on the winning side. Locked and loaded. Bang bang.
Request backup. Battle spell and cooldown.
Shotgun gameplay.
If sheer
Hello,
words could
Osemo.
break
How you doing,
what
sir?
cannot?
Battle spell and cooldown.
retreat. Always one generation ahead of ya.
You wanna play too, sir? Yeah, you can take over for me in the 4v4 afterwards, I guess.
Hey there. Meet Runner, Nibiru, Wesker, and initiate retreat. It requires some extra efforts to be the protagonist. Ult is not ready. Initiate retreat. Locked and loaded. Bang bang. Killing spree. Nibiru.
Beatrix is definitely a little bit unfair for being able to do that sort of thing. Oh, Darren wants to play as well? Okay, we'll have a lot of people
If sheer
then.
words could break you, what cannot?
By the way, once again, as a reminder to everyone, since this is a 4v4, the game ends when we kill the crystal, yeah? So we are actually attempting to end the game.
Hey there. Meet Runner, Nibiru, Wesker, initiate retreat, and Bennett. Our turret has been destroyed. Team destroyed a turret. You have slain an enemy. Initiate retreat. Always one generation ahead of you.
Clint is definitely also a little ridiculous. Uh-oh.
Requires some extra efforts to be the protagonist. Our turret is under attack.
Damn, that revitalized though.
Locked and loaded. Bang bang.
This does feel a little one-sided, I will say. I was not expecting this. Did we actually just draft that well?
If sheer words could break you, what cannot?
Almost 12, good night. Okay, Sakura, thanks for dropping by. Have a good night.
Your team destroyed a turret. Hey there. Meet Renner, Nibiru, Wesker, and Bennett. Not ready. Battle spell is ready. Mega kill. Double kill.
Oh, I think that's it. Okie dokie, pepperoni. GG!
On the winning side.
That went a lot smoother for me than I thought it would. GG's, GG's, people. I think that definitely was a bit of a draft victory for us there, because honestly, Clint in this sort of situation is just really good. What is the streaming schedule? Wasamo asks. Okay, so normally I stream every Wednesday during MPL, but because this week is MPL playoffs, Wait, how do I close this? But because this week is MPL playoffs, it actually starts on Wednesday. And so I will not be available to stream on Wednesday, which is why I am streaming today instead. So this will probably be our only stream this week, unless I decide to do some kind of watch party on Friday or Saturday, right? Because I am gonna be casting on Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. We have MM that spike early, mid, and late, and they had 3 late game MMs. Yeah, that is probably the big issue there.
So unfortunate as to encounter one
but
that
GG is
does.
there. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna open up the lobby ID. And I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, everyone. I will be right back. You guys can feel free to join first, and then depending on how many people we have, we will decide what we want to play next. Alright, be right back. Okay. Alright, who do we have now? Okay, so is Kuruel done? Looks like Kuruel is done. We have Wasamo and Darren now, which means that someone else is also done? Who else is done besides Kuruel? Oh yeah, me! I forgot! Me! Yeah, I'm not very smart, am I? Okay, so do we want to do the same 4v4 thing that we did before, or do we want to try a different game mode? 0 IQ moment. It's okay, we're removing wrinkles in our brain this stream. We sure are. So yeah, let me hear from you guys. Do you guys want to do the same 4v4, or do we want to switch it up? And if we do want to switch it up, do we want to do like 1 per lane and then 1 like roamer / jungle, or do we want to try doing something more fun, like, you know, protect the president or some shit like that? Shyper's fine with anything. Akko's okay with 4v4. Diamond and Wasamo are thinking to do something different. No jungle. What is a good way of doing this? Darren does want the 4v4 ones as well. Okay. I think right now it is leaning a little more towards 4v4. I guess we can do 1 more 4v4, and then after that, let's try a different game mode. Since we have like Darren and Wasamo just coming in, we can warm up with them again. One 4v4, and then after that, we'll do something more unique. I think that should be okay, right? Alright, so we will now remove Marksman from the wheel as well, which means that we are only left with all fighter, all assassin, or all support / tank. And to make it a little more interesting when we spin the wheel, let's duplicate them. So, let us find out what is going to be. Looks like Wasemo really wants support. Put one all in jungle for real. I don't even know how that would work. Like, there just isn't enough farm in the jungle. I think it would just be too messy, because in the end you couldn't like push the lanes. But we can try doing something interesting afterwards. I think for now we'll stick with this. And let's go! What's it going to be? It is... Oh... All Fighter! The most varied hero pool in the game. There are so many different types of heroes that fall under the Fighter banner that anything can happen. Alright, I think at this point everyone does know the rules as before. We are going to go ahead and begin All Fighter mode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! So once again, this is all fighters, all mid. It is 4 players, so we're gonna stick to the rule of you win when you kill the crystal, so aka you actually have to end the game. No jungle, only litho.
The clouds are ever shifting, but
Your
this heart
team
remains
is banning.
steadfast.
So we got the Sora ban right off the bat, which honestly makes a lot of sense to me. He would definitely be one of those heroes that you'd be a little bit concerned about. But the question is, who else? There are quite a lot of good fighters in the meta.
I am a daughter
Freya,
of Northern
definitely
Vale.
one of them.
I swear to protect it till my last breath.
Hello, Fiji. Welcome to the stream.
I'm
Fiji,
bored.
hold on.
Your
You're
team is
here.
banning.
Did your account get hacked, sir? Because I think a little while back, it was Fiji, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, everyone. Fiji was the one who was like spamming the channels, right?
Brock's Castle,
team is
tiny
banning.
friend.
Did your account get hacked, sir?
I am not the only one bound
Your
by
team
these
is
chains.
Baraka ban? I guess that makes sense. You probably want to
The body suffers.
Benedetta as well, now
Your
that the
team
Phobius is
blooms.
gone. I haven't used any social media for a while. Oh, I see, okay. Yeah, just to let you know, like, your account was, like, spamming stuff in Discord. Did we ban him? We didn't, I think. I don't think we actually banned him. We just kind of left him be to see what would happen. So, you are actually still in the Discord server, if I'm not wrong. Oh, but you abandoned the account, okay. Then I guess we'll remove it after this. Someone remind
blood
me.
of my enemies
Ooh, that's a good
flows from my
start.
Team is picking.
Definitely a solid solution to quite a lot of fighters in the meta, since a lot of them are dash reliant. But it looks like Shiper is not gonna be concerned about that at all. Still goes for the Ruby. Mincetar is definitely going to be a pretty scary option in an all-fighter lineup. And now we got the Gatot Kacha from Darren. So red side already has a frontline tank to play around with.
See value in your...
Ooh, okay. I kinda like this. You got the Fredrin X-Borg for blue side. So they are definitely playing the lock you down and burn you kind of game. Diamond hovering over the Paquito. But playing Paquito Ruby into Mincetar feels like it could be a little bit dangerous. We'll see if they do actually decide to lock it in. And the answer is yes.
Your team is banning.
So if Wasemo can land good King's Calling
Let them
placements,
play the hero.
they can
team
definitely
is
do a
banning.
lot of
Truth
damage
this
to the
world
team fight
desperately
potential of the red
needs.
The
side.
Immortal One chose me to
And
vanquish the
Yuzong
shadows
with
that
Suyo
plague
will
this
be our
world.
final bans. Kalea would be an interesting choice. But I do wonder if the damage would be a little lacking if they do go for that Kalea. One lane only? Yes, one lane only, OwO. 4v4 all mid. First to kill the crystal. I thought that Lilo was gonna go CC. CC is one of the better like scaling fighters, but Sylvana also not too bad. And then the Terizla will finish off the blue side's comp. Based on what I can see, blue side is just generally quite tanky. Fredrin and Terizla are very bulky naturally, and then Xborg has his shield. So OwO can probably build full damage if he wants to, whereas on the red side, you kinda got a good damage split between the Paquito, Ruby, and Sylvana. We've got Tot to frontline. But Ruby and Paquito can both get pretty effed up by that Mincetar ult. So we will see what happens. By the way, don't mind the slow loading. Well, one of the benefits of doing customs is that we can actually pause the game and wait for you to load in, which I will do right now. So OwO, let us know once you're actually in the game. As we all know, OwO does have issues with actually loading in, but he's usually okay once he actually gets into the game. What a scam, my hero skin didn't load in. Oof, that's unfortunate. But yeah, OwO, let us know when you're in. PH level pause. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like it when people say things like that. I know that like most of the time it's kind of a meme, kind of a joke situation, but it does kind of have roots in a bit of a mean way of looking at things, cause like obviously the players don't want to pause the game most of the time as well, and neither do we casters. The last thing we want is for the game to pause. You know that when the game pauses, it has to pause for some reason or another. OwO, are you in yet? Can we get confirmation from OwO? Holy slow loading. Okay, OwO is having one of those days, it seems. Okay, done? Alright, continuing. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, we hop into a Dodo channel 4v4. On the blue team, we got OwO on Mincetar, Toast on Terizla, OwO on Fredrin, and Harsha on Xborg versus Shaper, Ruby, Darren, Gatot, Lilo, Sylvana, and Diamond, Paquito. And Diamond already going in from the side, doing some good poke damage. Overall, most of the heroes this game are gonna be tankier than the ones that we've seen before, because we did play all mage and then all marksmen. So this is the actual first time when we have heroes that are supposed to frontline somewhat. So we should expect to see much messier fights. Both teams have the same battle spells actually. One Revitalize, one Petrify, two Flickers. Diamond tries to steal the Litho, not quite able to find it. Oh, the Flicker hook misses, and now the burn damage adding up. Darren gonna be locked down. Revitalize not gonna save him there. First blood over to OwO. The blue team with a strong start. The fire stakes unfortunately didn't allow Darren to run away, and they get the hook onto Lilo, pulls him in. Diamond is there to protect, doing a good job of keeping the Sylvana alive. And we can see that the overall durability of the blue team is a little bit of an issue this early on. Oh, OwO gonna get taunted into the tower! A beautiful play from Darren. The Revitalize not gonna be able to save him there. The kill score now 1-1. Uh-oh. Diamond gonna get caught. Has the Flicker out from the bush. Darren actually manages to land the taunt onto Harsha. Lilo jumps in, but gets pulled in with the fire stakes and now surrounded. The burn damage adding up. Lilo has to use the Petrify defensively. Manages to get her out of that situation. Harsha definitely going to be very annoying this game as well. Considering that we are looking at 4 frontliners, Xborg is going to be particularly effective. In fact, blue team just honestly has a really strong wombo combo, where if you just land a big penalty zone into the King's Calling and allow Harsha to go boom, red team can get blown up in an instant. We see the taunt gonna land on the Fredrin, so Darren taking quite a lot of poke damage. Oh, the Petrify comes through from the Terizla defensively. Early game Paquito does actually hurt a good amount if they got the right target. So far, I'd say that Diamond is doing a pretty good job of kind of skirmishing in and out of team fights. They're gonna pop the Feraliga armor. We're just a few moments away from hitting level 4. The taunt lands on the Fredrin, but the Feraliga keeps him alive. 3-man stun, flicker, hook gonna be used on OwO. He flickers out of the tower range, actually lands his own hook onto Darren, pulls him forward, and the Katarakacha goes down, but they connect with OwO instead. 1-for-1 trade. Toe's gonna hold the front line, make sure this team can back off safely. Some very intense fights already. Oh, the hook actually connects with Lilo, but pulls Lilo into him instead. It's gonna be killing spree for Diamond. 3-0 on the Paquito, trying to replicate the success of Siska and Sanford. The hook onto Toast, but that is Terizla. Even if he's low on HP, he's actually pretty darn tanky. We got a few players, actually most players at level 4. But nearly burned down the Feraliga armor on Harsha once again. Lilo is the only one that's still on level 3, and she will be hitting level 4 very, very soon as well. Now all ultimates are available, including Wasemo's. We gotta keep an eye out for that King's Calling. That's gonna be the big one. If he's able to land it in a good spot in the team fight. The red team is just basically disabled entirely. Diamond able to do a good amount of damage to OwO. And now OwO keeping it in place. Revitalize can be used. OwO down to 20% HP. Cypher jumps in. Penalty zone lands. Final Ascent is gonna be used as well. AOG gets 2-man lockup with the Appraisers. Wrath in the back line, and now the King's Calling, catching everyone from the red team at the same time. It is a disaster. Darren is the last one, but he's not gonna be able to do all that much. It is a full wipeout from the blue team. Exactly the thing I was worried about. They're gonna be able to get the entire gold shield. A massive gold injection into the blue team. Oh, Cypher trying to jump in once again. 1v power. Gonna get the hook in. Oh, Petrify actually connects. Wasemo goes down. Well played from the red side. Now Diamond looking for one more. Not quite able to find it. But at least blue team able to get a little back. A 1.5k gold lead for the blue side. Mystique said, I just abused full damage Paquito in the jungle. Full damage Paquito is pretty good. They actually find OwO. The Galactic Baseballer gets hit with the home run. And they land the Sylvana ult on the Harsha, locking him down. But the hook! The Wasemo 2-man King's Calling. AOG too late to save them. And now Darren is stuck under the tower as well. Wasemo with the triple. Looking for the Maniac. The flicker comes out from Apollo. Flicker from Wasemo as well to chase him. Hook not quite able to get the pullback. Wasemo wants kill. He gets it. It's a Maniac wipeout for Wasemo. He gets shut down in return, but the damage is done. I would not have expected a Maniac in our 4v4. We knew this Mincetar was going to be a problem, but to think that it would work this well. Ruby trying to rush forward a little bit once again, but they have to be careful. We see the Fredrin walking forward, dealing with Darren. They jump in once again. Onto OwO. Oh! I'm not even not gonna be able to survive that appraisal trap, and the last insanity comes out. Darren nearly explodes. But red team is still holding on to their tower for now. They are currently nearly 2,000 gold behind as a result of all of that, though. Looking at the itemization, we got the Corrosion Scythe already completed for Wasemo. He's the richest man on the field right now, as expected, since he did get a Maniac earlier. Brute Force for OwO. War Axe completed on Ruby. Darren jumps in, gets the taunt on the Terizla. Diamond in danger, gets taunted in. That's a squishy Paquito. He's basically full damage. He goes goes down, AOG gonna connect, Lilo gonna drop down as well, gets caught and King calling the flicker, penalty zone! Catches 2, but the Ruby doing a lot of work, healing through all the damage! The hook gonna connect, but it's not quite enough damage, now they're gonna try and look for it, but this not double kill! For Cypher on the Ruby, Darren chasing down OwO! It ends up being a 2-for-3 trade in favor of the red team. Blue team probably needs to consider some anti-heal, and now the hook! The Firaga armor comes back just in time, but I think Harsha may have dashed in the wrong direction. Oh, 1 hit away! Just barely survives the situation. But yeah, blue team definitely gonna need some anti-heal now. We can see currently that Toast already halfway through to the dominant ice. Cypher definitely doing a lot of work in that previous exchange. We are 8 minutes in and both towers are still standing. We knew that the fight their game was gonna be the intense one, and we're seeing it so far. But red team is all. They can land the hook on Darren. Not really the person you want to hook though. Red team is always going to be playing on eggshells. Diamond goes in, does some good damage, not able to finish the Firaga armor. Dodges the stun with the flicker. OwO trying to chase, not able to find it. Only manages to land the taunt onto the Ruby. But is tanky enough. Does end up catching Diamond in the end. And now the King calling comes through. Diamond dashes straight into it and Kelly still catches him out. Revitalize not able to heal him in time. Ruby blows up to the last insanity under the tower and OwO flickers forward. They're gonna keep Agaton locked down, stun him. He's not even allowed to AOG. Darren gonna be able to get it out at the last second, but the minion race connecting in. We see the Sylvana out comes out. Finishing off with the final strangling. Catches the export. Double kill for the Sylvana. Finishes the Predator as well, but OwO comes in from behind and takes out Darren. Lilo in a 1v2 situation wants the recall, but OwO was just gonna be standing there waiting for the hook potential. But Lilo starts the fight, he still goes in for the stun killing spray for the Sylvana, punishing OwO for the overextension. Penalty zone comes in, lands on 3, but this is a 1v3 situation. Can Toast actually win this out? Terizla tanky, but is he tanky enough? The answer is no. Terizla goes down, and now the red team actually has a few moments of hitting the tower. Diamond will even tank a couple hits to keep the minion alive, but looks like Harsha and OwO will come back in time to keep that tower standing. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 10 minutes in and not a single tower has fallen yet. Mind you, this game is supposed to end on Crystal Break. I may have made a mistake with the win condition. We might be here a while. Queen's Wings as the second item for OwO, going for a slightly more aggressive Fredrin build. Windtalker as well for OwO, gets the hook onto Darren, pulls him in, lands the stun, but again, that is like a taunt. Probably the last person you want to grab. It is basically going to be full tank from Darren on the red team and everyone else going some mix of damage. They get the hook on Lilo, pulls him in. Oh, the flicker hook! I'm offended, pulls 2 into the tower and OwO gets blown up with the Revitalize, not even being able to heal him up in time. Darren will hold the front. Kind of chase them down. Lilo comes in with the stun. 2-man punch! Princess Raph doing a lot of damage here. Red team very low, but blue team has already lost 2. And they're gonna chase down the last one. John by himself. Harsha gonna fall. Mega kill. Red team finding their stride back. Now that we're 11 minutes in, they have the damage, they have the healing. Diamond has to be careful though. Toast will still do enough to finish him off there. Oh, I've been playing a dangerous game. Tried to go for the ambush play. Has enough stacks to dash out. OwO not gonna be able to check the correct bush. Sea Halberd now completed on Cypher as well. The Ruby honestly doing a lot of work this game. Able to heal a lot considering how many big bulky dudes are basically running at him the whole time. Chastise Pauldron now complete as well. Kind of a... Not... Hold on! Penalty zone connects it too! Fire damage is doing good. King Collie kind of misses the flicker but lands on Cypher anyway. And they take out the Ruby and the Gaton. Gonna be a 4v2 defense, but the Imperial Justice comes through, lands 2 into the knockout strike, but it's not enough! Blue team is just too tanky with the Revitalize! They wipe out the red team, they take the tier 1, they may take the tier 2! They only have a single minion, but it is enough.
Been destroyed.
2 towers drop in an instant. And the red team is actually still waiting for respawns. The minion is still alive. 1 more hit. Are they gonna try and rush through? I don't think they can do so. That was a lot of damage in a single push. We're 12 minutes in. We are starting to enter the late game. A team white is devastating at this stage, as we've already seen once. It also means that blue team has to be plenty careful. If the same thing happens to them, there is always the chance that they lose just as many towers in return. Hey wait, why do you have the blue buff? You're not supposed to take the buff, people! Wasemo lands the Hook King Calling, misses, the flicker comes out in time, Sniper gets stunned, but now Wasemo completely out of position, gets covered, it's Sylvana, the rest of the team is here to save, Imperial Justice lands, Darren doing so much work, holding the front line by himself, the taunt comes through, Darren's still alive, 3-man penalty zone from Toast! A complete team wipe once again, the Terizla waiting for the perfect opportunity, and that might be GG right there, folks. 20 seconds for anyone to respawn on the red team. And I believe that is going to be it. Blue team will emerge as the victors of our 4v4 all-fighter mid. The Wombo combo, just a little bit too strong overall. Mincetar, Terizla, X-Borg, really scary together actually. Wasemo was not supposed to take buffs, but I think in the end it didn't really matter too much. Sad, I wanted to go Mincetar myself. Yeah, looks like both sides had the same idea about that first pick. Mincetar going to be very strong in an all-fighter match. GG's, peeps. But you guys definitely kept it close for a very long time there.
Gas.
Like no tower taken in 8 minutes is
And who is the subject?
certainly impressive. Alright, who wants to continue? Feel free to join once again. We are now at midnight. So I wouldn't be too surprised if some of y'all want to go to bed. Not to mention that we will be ending the stream at 1 AM as per usual. So maybe another like 2 games, 3 if they're short enough. Dark Striker is here as well. Dark Striker is present. Wait, who's that? Who's the wait, who are these people? Hold on, who is Super Narrate and Furolicious? Who are these people? Oh, Fiji. Which one is you? Oh, you accidentally invited Furo. Okay, so Fiji is Super Narrate and Furo is Lilo's friend. Will they be aware of the special rules that we will be doing? That is the main question. You will tell them? Oh, alright then. So that means we have a 5v5. Do we want to do Among Us? Among Us is a little difficult to explain. But we do have 5 people. Are there any other interesting modes that we could do? Honestly, with 5 people, I do think that Among Us is the most interesting. I don't have Among Us. No, Wasemo, I'm not talking about the actual game Among Us. I'm talking about MLBB Among Us. What are the rules? Okay, I will explain the rules to you guys. So, especially the new players, like, pay attention if you've never played Among Us MLBB with us. And then once I've explained the rules, you guys can decide whether you want to play or not. Okay, so this is how it works. Very simple. You guys play MLBB normally. So you draft normally, you play the lanes normally. But the shtick is, before the game starts, I will secretly message one person on each team. And they will be the traitor of their team. Where did Cypher go? Yeah, so I will message one player on each team secretly, and they are the traitor. The goal of the traitor is to try and make their team lose the game. However, they must do so without being too obvious. Because once the game is over, I will ask everyone who they think the traitor is. And if they're able to guess you correctly, you do not win, even if you did successfully lose the game. Oh, Nanashi Furo, I see. Hello, welcome to the channel. Yeah, so we are thinking of doing MLBB Among Us. Did you hear the rules earlier? If not, I can explain to it again. If any of you guys have questions right now, go ahead and ask it. Alright, but just to repeat again, basically, you guys are all playing MLBB completely normally. But before the game starts, I will message one person secretly, and they will be the traitor. So there is one traitor on each team. The goal of the traitors is to try and make their team lose, but they need to be secretive about it. Because after the game ends, I will ask everyone who they think the traitor is, and if they get it right, you do not win no matter what. What happens if the traitor's team win? Then that traitor unfortunately does not win. Basically, win or lose for everyone else is just kind of standard, but everyone else is also trying to keep an eye out for who they think the traitor on their team is. You don't need to be too serious about winning and losing because there's no real prize to it. It's just like the you know, the pride of winning a traitor game kind of situation. So, do you guys want to try doing this? Are you guys up to do some MLBB Among Us? It is just for fun in the end. We don't want to get too salty about it because that did kind of happen a little bit last time around. Yeah, we're Gin. So yeah, is everyone here okay with trying this? And does everyone understand the rules? So if you are the traitor, your goal is to try and make your team lose, but in as discreet a way as possible. And if you are not a traitor, your goal is to play the game and try to win normally, but also keep an eye out for anyone on your team that feels sus. Yes, of course I will hide my screen when I DM the traitors as well. It wouldn't really be a secret if I was doing it on stream, right? What if you just want to troll for real? Technically you can. Like, there's nothing stopping you. But you do make life very difficult for your team. I am doing a lot of talking. I'm getting parched. I might be a little less active in my casting for this one, cause like, yeah. Wasemo is messaging me please, he says. If everyone trolls, no one can tell who the traitor is. I mean, If you guys really want to help your traitor for some reason. What if 5 mid in the imposter game? Let's do the normal version first. We'll do the normal version where you just play the game like regularly. And then if you guys want to add extra stuff, then we'll see that later, right? But it sounds like everyone is okay with doing it. So I am gonna switch over to me. And I am going to message the traitors now. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just message you a "you are it," and I want you, whoever I message, to just acknowledge it. Just send me any message back, like just say yes, so that I can confirm that you have accepted your role as the traitor. Right? So I'm gonna do this one by one. If you get the message, respond. If you don't get the message, you just don't have to do anything. Oh, who just left? Who just left? Shiper. If they say no, you're gonna choose another one. Yeah, you know what? If you guys troll me when I'm sending you the DM, I'm gonna switch the trade. Yeah. Respond in ML chat. Don't say like yes in stream chat where everyone can see you, yeah? Just like respond back to me in the game. Hold on 1 second, Shiper says. Okay, while we wait for Shiper to come back, I'm going to start messaging. So I'm gonna start with the left team. Alright, so the team on the left with Darren, Dark Striker, Diamond, Fiji, and Wasemo. I am now choosing one of you to message. I have messaged the traitor. Please accept. Please like just send me any message back to acknowledge that you are the traitor. In game, yeah? Okay. The blue team traitor has accepted their role. So anyone on the blue team who didn't get a message, you know you are not the traitor. Now, I am going to choose the red team traitor. Who shall be the red team traitor? I should probably note this down for myself as well, just in case I forget, lol. Okay. Let me... Hold on one moment. Okay, I am sending the message to the red team traitor. I am typing, "You are the traitor." If you received a message, please do send me any message back, any at all, so that you can accept your role. Okay, they have accepted their traitor role, and thus traitors have been selected on both teams. Make sure you guys don't forget you're the traitor. So that means anyone who didn't get a message, you are not a traitor. We will go back to the game. Once again, the role of the traitors is to try and make your team lose, but in a way where you don't get suspected. And everyone else, your goal is to play the game normally and win, but also to figure out who is the traitor on your team. Alright, we will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
or glue.
Your team is banning.
Wait, are we doing all lanes? Yes, you are playing the game normally. There is no like all mid here. You are playing a regular game of MLBB.
Your talent.
There is simply a traitor among you. I play Clint Rome normally. Well, if you say so.
Banning.
Time to lock
The
in
clouds
to
are
find
ever
if
shifting,
Lilo is
but
the
this
traitor,
heart
what
remains
someone says.
steadfast.
Ooh, who is the traitor already? You guys can technically play mind games even in Twitch chat if you wanted to. But if you bring too much attention to yourself, that's
Crowned
also
by
not
heaven's
good.
mandate.
Your team
You can
My
use
legacy
all
shall
the tools
endure.
at your advantage to hide yourself. But of course, only one traitor can potentially win, because
Valor
only
and
one
royalty
team
in
can
a
actually
dead body.
lose.
Team is picking.
It ain't just
We're gonna
a game.
start off
Your
with
team
Diamond
is
on the
fighting for
gourd. Seems like a pretty solid
The murkiest
opening hero
water.
pick.
The purest
Lilo
water
already
really
locking in the
emerges.
Kagura. So going all in. Yeah, or is this a trick? Is this a hero pick to tell you that, hey, I'm actually playing the game normally, this is my main hero, but maybe
punch
Lilo
for
is
a
actually
punch.
hiding
Your
it, yeah?
team is picking.
And then Furo goes for the Paquito. Furo is new. I have no idea what his hero pool is, so I have no idea if that's a that's a trick or not. BG goes for the Johnson. Now that's a bit of an interesting choice. Darren as well with the Mincetar. Some slightly more unique picks showing up already.
Fortune favors the gold.
Mystic Nut says vote the ones with the Japanese flag. They're both traitors. Maybe he's right. We never know. Claude going to be played by Toe so far. Pretty meta hero picks on the red side. Slightly less meta hero picks on the blue side. But there is of course only one traitor on each team, so it could be anyone. They could be playing a weird hero. They could be playing a normal hero to throw you off. And not to mention, the traitors don't really know who the traitor
Fight
on the
for the
other team
ultimate
is
answer.
either.
Banning.
Which resulted in very funny situations, like OwO as the traitor chasing the other traitor around the entire game.
Magic is my life.
Your team is banning.
Thorns remain, should
Your
petals
team
fall.
is picking.
And now we got the Harif and Lancelot bands. The final two picks on both sides. What is it going to be? And for anyone who is in the chat and not playing in the game right now, feel
because I
free
saved
to
my
drop
nation
your
from falling
guesses as
apart.
well during the game who you think the traitor is going to be. But we will have a poll at the end for our official vote. Looks like OwO is going for the Yi-Sun Shin. So far, red side looking like a pretty solid comp, though they probably do need a front line. Meanwhile, on the blue side, we got the Hayabusa Moskov being hovered. Will they be locked in? Oh, it's the Joy Moskov.
Your team is picking.
Alright, alright. Dark Striker does play a good amount of Joy. And now Shiper gonna be picking their hero.
A man with a spear is a
Zilong.
fortress.
Now that's a little bit peculiar. What is that actually? Is that actually Zilong Rome? Now he said he plays Clint Rome normally. Is this Zilong Rome? I guess we'll find out. Red stole our YSS. Report Red. Red all is the traitor, what Samo says. Perhaps they are. You play Zilong Rome in rank? I kinda want to see that now. Alright. Let's keep an eye out for how good this actually is. Can ask Beans. I don't know who Beans is, but I will take your word for it. What if Dodo is lying and we're all the traitor? You never know. Logically speaking though, it would take me a much longer time to message all of you.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
Alright. We're jumping in, boyos.
5
Our
seconds
first
till the enemy
round of
reaches the
MLBB Among Us
Smash
tonight.
them.
So depending on how long it lasts, maybe it's the only round. I just realized it's 12:30 already, damn. Ooh, look at Lilo. Lilo already doing some very interesting things right off the bat. Gonna keep an eye on this. How will this turn out, everyone? Oh, that was close! Nearly a steal. But Dark Striker did have to use the retry in the end. So in a way, you could say it's a win there. Meanwhile, bot lane looks like Toast already doing a very good job of poking Wasemo out of lane. Top lane, Paquito definitely has advantage until Darren hits level 4, so we can expect the Mincetar to not be able to do too much until that ultimate is available. Mid duo is kind of an interesting state. Oh, hold on, we see a bit of poke happening down here. OwO trying to go for a very aggressive invade and steal, but they actually catch Diamond in the mid lane all by himself, and now goes for the steal on the camp as well. Very successful gank from the red team, even grabbing more camps along the way. Red side already in a very, very good state. Oh, even the Mount Shocker instant gank onto Wasemo, not able to escape in time. OwO not taking any prisoners. Is it safe to say that he is not the traitor at this point? Or is this just a long game? Meanwhile, up top, Diamond with the gank, flicker forced out from Furo, trying to dash away, is able to do so just about, but oh, Dark Striker actually gets counted in the bush. Cypher comes in, tries to save, but Paquito not able to do so. Paquito goes down under tower. Cypher somehow alive, dodges the projectile, but not the stun. Another couple kills. This time the blue team striking back. Lilo checking the tri-brush, nearly catches the low HP Joy, not quite able to find it though. But I don't think they actually noticed that Lilo was in there. So Lilo jumps in now, catches Dark Striker, takes him out. OwO secures the turtle, Furo jumps in, takes out Darren as well. A massive victory for the red team. Cypher goes in, flips PG over his shoulder, but of course there's no follow-up here, so things will be fine there. Another gank down bottom as well. Red team moving very, very quickly across the map. Which means that the traitor, unfortunately, not really successfully sabotaging the team's efforts right now. I would like to say that the blue team traitor is doing a good job, but honestly, red team is just playing so well that they don't really have to do much right now. Oh, here comes Cypher, goes for a flip over the shoulder on the Moskov. Blazing Duet comes out, a beautiful gank from the Zilong, takes out the Moskov, and looks like even Darren goes down up top to a gank from Lilo. Red team going ham, currently Mystic Gush not quite able to connect with the Zilong, runs away, but here comes the rapid touchdown. It's barely dodged, not able to find the Claude either. And looks like OwO still hasn't really reduced the pressure at all. Still going for jungle camp steals and everything. We are 4 minutes in. I wonder if anyone has any guesses on the traitor yet. Cypher goes in, gets the flip on the Joy. A beautiful catch. Dark Striker not going to be able to get away from that one. Wasemo a bit too late to save his carry. Comes the rapid touchdown, looking for Toes. BMI gets out. Oh! Diamond jumps out a little bit too early. That was kind of suspicious right there. Bit of a weird play from the Gourd, almost a throw. Meanwhile, they're gonna chase down PG as well. 1v2, Zilong very low Spirit Destruction will miss, and Blazing Duet. Cypher has a killing spree on Rome Zilong? Holy. Okay. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Furo doing some sneaky stuff, tries to gank from behind, but look at that, the car comes through. Furo in a bad spot. There's been a car accident, officer. This man right here. Red team, though, still holding on to a very strong lead. 4K in 5 minutes. Shyper gonna find Diamond in the bush. Mystic Gush comes out a little bit panicked right there. Has to flicker to get away. Mount Stalker to scout everyone out on top of everything. They do find the Yisoshin in bush. They manage to stun him in time. Comes the rapid touchdown on that's a bit weird, but King Talent actually does connect, actually does lock down Shyper, so the Zilong falls, but Blazing Duet doing a lot of damage. They take one down, another goes down. Akko still alive, still on top of Turtle, but very rarely on HP. Diamond trying to zone him away, meanwhile Lilo comes in, blasts down the Moskov for a mega kill. Furo literally chasing Diamond to the ends of the earth. Should be a free turtle for the red team. I don't think blue team is gonna be able to get there.
Red team has slain the turtle.
Red team honestly playing very well. Oh, they get the hook onto Furo, pulling into tower, but the rapid touchdown misses. Furo trying to run away, but that's 1v4. Paquito will fall. Blue team is at the very least managing to find some pickoffs in return, but still a difficult situation. And now a two-man gank again. Shyper gets the throw over the shoulder on Wasemo, and the Moskov dies. Or another time. At this point, red team on the cusp of victory already. Whoever the traitor is so far, not finding a lot of success in attempting to sabotage the game for their team. Blue team, the traitor doesn't really need to even go out of their way to reveal themselves because of the pressure that they are facing. Rapid touchdown will show up. Actually collides him. Lilo King's Calling comes out, catches two, but is the damage sufficient to finish them off? No! There's just too much gold on the red team. Even with a good initiation and catch, it's not enough. Toast, though, actually farming up a good amount. You can see Dark Striker not really able to deal with him, and Wasemo 2 levels behind. Here comes Shyper once again, Blazing Duet comes out. Wasemo in a really bad spot, and the Moskov will fall. So far, red team doing a very good job this game, which also means that the red traitor unfortunately not doing too well in their goal. Oh, rapid touchdown just barely misses. Shyper actually connects with him on the way out. Well played from Fiji, but he's just running away. He's actually running faster than Joy. He flips him open into the tower. He dies, but Dark Striker gets traded as well. Hello, Ray. Welcome, welcome to the stream. We're doing something kind of interesting today. Almost everyone nearly dead, but King Talon catches up Furo. He goes down. Toast comes in. Mega kill with the Blazing Duet. Finishes him off. Finds another. And we have the force flicker from Diamond as well. Bit of a weird rapid touchdown, but hey, why not? But yes, hello Ray, hello Nino. Welcome, welcome to the stream. We are currently playing MLBB Among Us. Yes, you heard that right. We are playing MLBB Among Us. Wait, I just realized Lilo has fudging a rival. The heck? Rapid touchdown gonna be used once again. Connects to Lilo, but just purifies away from it. Mystic Gush not able to do much. Two-man petrified from Shyper. Connects the kill onto the gourd. And it's an unstoppable streak for Katsuraki Ace, aka Toast. Among Us? Yes, Nino. We are playing regular MLBB, but one player on each team is secretly a traitor trying to make his team lose. Yeah, it looks like Darren just ends up losing the 1v1 up top. He is 2 levels behind Furo, so it's kind of to be expected. So far, the Johnson not really achieving a lot of success. They do find Cypher once again, but the Manstalker comes through, and now their timing gets flicked again. Fiji goes down, mega kill. OwO doing a lot of work to try and prove to the world that he is not the traitor. Right now, everyone on the red team honestly has a really clean KDA. It's really hard to tell who actually is supposed to be the traitor over there. And you could argue that it's kind of hard to tell who the traitor on blue is as well, because they are just getting wailed on. Oh my goodness, OwO! No mercy at all to Dark Striker. Where is Fiji off to? He's taking a leisurely drive into the countryside. He should have probably spotted people in his jungle there. Another arrival from Lilo. Kind of a risky play. Oh, goes in! Nearly takes out Diamond. That was a bit of a messy combo from the court. Meanwhile, looks like Fiji finally collided. And looks like he took Darren with him. Was ever able to flicker out in time, so had to use it quite panically because we all know right now OwO is probably going to be murdering anyone he finds in one shot. That's going to be a free lord over to the red side. Now that we are 11 minutes into the game, I wonder if you guys have an idea of who the traitors are. Oh! Toast ends up jumping into the bush. Dark Striker, can he get the kill? He finally does. It's a shutdown. A really big gold swing. OwO, unfortunately, just gonna be chased down by Cypher the entire game. Lilo also finishing Dark Striker off. He did manage to get a big shutdown, but the question is it enough? We are looking at an 11,000 gold difference between these two teams. I swear to God! Dark Striker yells into Twitch chat. Looks like Lord is gonna be dealt with pretty simply. Red team not looking to force the end just yet. Another camp being stolen down bottom. Dark Striker trying to escape 1v3. Is able to run at least this time around. Why would you steal my YSS? Dark Striker streams into the void. Well, that is always gonna be a possibility. Cypher literally just standing here knowing that he is not gonna go down easily even as a roam Zilong. He is full tank actually, I just realized. This is full tank roam Zilong. OwO not quite able to get to execute this time around. Shocker will reveal where all the blue teams is. Cypher goes in, gets a flip over the shoulder, actually ends up killing Dark Striker. You would think that that would be such a risky thing to do, and somehow it still works. Mystique asks, so what is this? Just a normal 5v5? Nope, it is MLBB Among Us. Oh, they catch someone! BMI! Oh my goodness, that's a lot of damage from Toast. He nearly takes out the entire team by himself, but he's stuck inside the King's Calling. He's gonna end up going down. Fiji though ends up being traded for an unstoppable streak for the Zilong. OwO goes in, mega kill, takes out OwO. Cypher in a tough spot. Oh, it just barely gets out. Red team honestly a little bit too dominant this game. I feel like it's a little hard to tell who the traitor actually is when one team is this far ahead. Because the traitor now can't exactly throw themselves in willy-nilly either. You saw me graduating the academy? I did see the pictures, sir. Congratulations. What's next, actually? Like, what happens after you graduate the academy? Sniper walking in on the oh, gets hooked in, might be in some trouble, surrounded, tries to run away. Blazing Wave gonna use defensively. Dark Striker gets blasted in the face, nearly took out the Z-Long. Still not quite enough. Oh, OwO does find a 1v1, 1v2 kill, but wow, that's a lot of damage. The entirety of the blue team just disintegrated in an instant. And now they have a wave pushing in. There is the last one alive. Diamond, can he hold? I don't really think he can. This is a literally 1v4 situation. He's gonna try and run into the base. Sniper, he's just gonna run in at this point. Gives away the shutdown, but what do you do? Dark Striker is gonna clear up the minion wave. He does actually manage to hold the minions back. OwO one hit away from them. A big shutdown for the Joy. Dark Striker keeping the team in this. Ooh, just barely gets out as well. That is actually gonna be a big gold swing. You can see that Dark Striker got quite a lot of money off of that one. An interesting passenger is being brought along for the ride this time. Connects with the wall, doesn't really do all that much there. Dark Striker tries to run away from Furo, actually manages to dodge a lot of the abilities. He might take out the Bushido. He actually does. Fiji finds the shutdown, but here comes Toast from behind. Lilo, wow, that's a lot of damage from the Kagura. Sorry, this disappeared. Oh, the missing gun! Diamond saves Fiji's life. Gets the kill. Sniper finds the Johnson, that's a guaranteed, but his job is done at that point. The game might not be over yet here. Blue team still got some fight in them. Also, by the way, based on the timing we have left on the stream, this will probably be the last game of the day. So if you guys want to win, time to lock it in. OwO gonna be taking the Lord, should be free. Blue team was able to get some pretty crucial kills and even out the gold somewhat, but they still only have one tower left. So things are gonna be a little bit tricky for him. This is full Magic Johnson, I just realized that's being played. Oh, the collision nearly taking out Lilo. They actually do take out Lilo. It's another shutdown for Dark Striker. Wants to go for Sniper. Fear of Destruction connects with OwO. Slows him down, gets the kill. Might end up dying now because OwO is right there, but actually not too bad a pick off. Dark Striker gonna be able to recall back home in time to defend the base. They find the King calling. Connect with Claw. They blow up Toast actually. Blue team is fighting back. Furo one hit away from death. The Lord's gonna be pushing in. But with 3 members of the red team dead, the blue team actually can still hold on. It's still gonna be a really uphill climb from here, but it's clear that the scaling is starting to kick in. Dark Striker hurts. OwO probably needs a little bit more time, but that Spear of Destruction was honestly pretty clean. Darren already on full build as well. Full Magic Johnson, a little bit of a troll, but honestly not terrible at this stage of the game since he pretty much does half HP to whoever he ends up hitting. Oh, he connects! Unfortunately gets surrounded by 4 in an instant. Destruction not gonna be able to hit this time around. Also, I just got outed as a fraud because I said that whoever Fiji hits will probably lose half their HP, and then he hit everyone and they didn't take any damage at all. And now Diamond jumps forward, probably a bit of a mistake, gets flung over the shoulder, not gonna be able to escape this one. 2 members down. Dark Striker comes in, actually does a lot of damage, but his team is missing. Could that have been an intentional throw from the traitor? As of right now, we still don't know who it could be. The red team has also lost a lot of their momentum thanks to a couple of pickoffs. Could some of those have been willing trades? Mount Stalker comes out, they see Darren King's Calling can be used defensively. Probably a good idea, but Also, a very important team fight ability for blue that they simply don't have. Meanwhile, we can see bot lane Toast takes out the Thrive Wind of Nature. Well, someone just barely survives thanks to it. But Dark Striker basically is the highest DPS output on the blue team. Without him for 40 seconds, can blue team actually hold long enough? We're entering the 20-minute mark. Full build on basically everyone at this point. Red team still definitely holding the advantage in terms of map control and overall team balance, especially with this Claude. We know how strong this late game scaling is going to be. Shocker comes out, they nearly catch OwO, only hit Diamond, but he's safe under the tower. Here comes the rapid touchdown, and they take down OwO! GG! With the drive-through! Uh-oh, the Punchify catches Darren, but King's Calling forces Red Team back. They land the projectile, the hook burrow back into the King's Calling, but the damage is lacking. Meanwhile, Toast trying to go for the end, but there's not enough minions to finish. He loses immortality. Cyber trying to help him, not able to do so. They lose the Claude, but here comes Burrow. He's trying to go for the end, they're not able to find it. Immortality goes down. Red Team, they're not able to end. The item swapping from the Pokino, not gonna save him. Dark Striker going to end up dying to Lilo, but honestly, bought more than enough time for his team to defend. Blue team is not out of this just yet, and now the rapid touchdown comes out once more. They're looking for Lilo. OwO jumps out. Oh, Lilo with the reversal play. OwO, that should have been a free kill, but here comes the car on the return journey. What an insane game we are looking at right here, people. I think we all thought that this was gonna be over a while ago, but turns out blue team still has fight. There is still potential to turn this around. I hope this game ends before I have to end stream. Someone call 911. We gotta hit and run. We really did. This should be another free Lord potentially, but Dark Striker has respawned. There's still the chance to make it over there in time if they want to contest, but it's risky to do so. Mountain Shocker will see where all of them are. Darren will show himself as well. Dark Striker with the upstring base. Who's gonna get the Lord? Who's gonna get the Lord? King Calling comes out. Dark Striker steals the Lord as they take down OwO. King Calling traps Cypher. Rapid I don't know how the car misses that, but it's okay to get the kill anyway. But look at the backline. Toast, he's trying to end the game. Blazing duet against OwO. 1v1 between the marksmen, but the Lord comes out in time. Toast's not gonna be able to go for the backdoor play. Triple kill for the blue team. They are reversing it. They see the Claude, the car is coming. I repeat, the car is coming. Toast's gonna be able to dodge it in time though. Oh! Nearly takes out. I'm actually surprised Lilo didn't get the kill. I think she might not have had the second part of the ultimate. Blue team is now pushing in mid. The Lord is strong. This is a 22-minute Lord. But Toast is still alive. King Calling catches the Claude on the edge. He takes out Toast. And they hook Lilo as well. Nearly killer. Everyone on red team is still respawning. Blue team, have they made the comeback happen? The car collides. The crystal is exposed. The reversal. Blue team has done it. What a comeback story.
Victory!
Coming in from the blue side. Who could have seen this coming? That's actually insane. Red team was leading basically the entire game, but then the comeback once the scaling kicked in. Wow, I am impressed. And that also means that the traitor on red team was able to achieve their goal, but they can only be considered the true winner if they were able to successfully hide themselves from their team. Now I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick because that was a long game and I need to pee. But while I am doing that, you guys can deliberate amongst yourselves for a little bit. Who do you guys think the two traitors this game were? Be right back. Okay, I am back. It is time for deliberation. So, we will start with the blue side. The blue side won, which means that the traitor unfortunately was not able to succeed in their mission, but we will, for the fun of it, still try to figure out who the traitor actually was. So we'll begin with blue team poll. Let me get two options on the blue team. Who do you guys think was the traitor on the blue team? Lilo and Wasemo. So you guys are saying, okay, we'll leave the red team vote for later. For now, who are your two candidates for voting on the blue side? OwO and Darren thinks it's Fiji. Diamond also thinks it's Fiji. So Fiji is probably one of the options. I don't know who is who, just say the hero if you don't know who is who. Or like their in-game name, that's fine. Okay, looks like the two options for the blue team are Wasemo and Fiji. So let's create the poll. So Fiji was Johnson. Wasemo was Moskov. Who do you guys think was the blue team traitor? Start poll. This is of course only gonna be on Twitch because I can't make polls on YouTube, but it's okay. I will just like manually consider y'all. Wasemo is typing a lot of messages in chat right now. Not Fiji, Fiji fake. It's me, Wasemo says. Wasemo self-admitting to be the traitor. We got a few more seconds. If anyone hasn't voted, it's time to vote. Diamond does think it's Fiji. Where is the poll? It's on Twitch, unfortunately. I can't make a poll on YouTube. I can only make it on Twitch. So I guess hold on. I should probably put the poll on screen then. One moment. But it looks like the winning vote for the traitor on blue team is Fiji. And I will now tell you guys that Fiji, as the Johnson, was not the traitor. Do we get money? No, it's just for fun. Fiji was not the blue team traitor. The blue team traitor was the other option, Wasemo on the Moskov. Now of course, he did end up winning the match, so he technically didn't win as the traitor. But he was able to somewhat hide from you guys, so good job there. And now we will come to the actual meat of the issue. The red team traitor did succeed. So if you guys cannot guess who the red team traitor was, they win this round. Do we get the win even though we lost this traitor but our team guessed wrong? You get half point. So this is the important one. Give me two candidates for who you guys think is the traitor on the red team. Wasemo keep on saying it's him in the game chat. Lol. Wasemo thinks it's Lilo. Who else? Who else thinks it's Lilo? Or if you guys have any other suggestions for who you think the traitor for red team was. Diamond also thinks it was Kagura. How about the actual peeps on red team? Toast thinks it's Paquito or Isun Shin? Really? That's out of nowhere. Akko also thinks it's Lilo. Darren thinks it's Claude. There's quite a few options right here. Right now, Lilo seems to have the most votes. Is there anyone else that you guys think it might be? Cause right now it seems a little bit of a skewed vote to the Kagura. OwO thinks it's the Claude as well. So are our two candidates Lilo and Toast? Oh, Furo thinks it's Zilong. Does anyone else think it's Zilong? Right now we have quite a few votes for Lilo, 2 votes for Claude, 1 vote for Zilong. Wasemo does also think it's Zilong. Okay, tell you guys what. We'll put 3 names up for vote. Let's do that. Hold on. New poll. Red team traitor. So it is either Lilo on the Kagura, Shiper on the Zilong, or Toast on the Claude. And let us begin the poll. And now the poll is on screen. Who do you guys think? Make your votes, make your votes. This is an important one. If you don't get the traitor correctly, they do win. We've got 2 votes for Toast, 1 vote for Shiper. Why are there so few votes? Where's everyone else? Okay, 3 votes for Toast. 4 votes for Toast, 2 votes for Shiper. Is that all? Just a couple seconds left. Couple seconds left to vote. Surprisingly, even though Lilo got most of the votes earlier, they got 0 votes this time around on Twitch, even though Wasemo was screaming the whole time that it was Lilo. So I will technically count Wasemo as 1. I can count Diamond as 2 as well, but even so, Toast ended up getting the most votes. I will go in order. Lilo on the Kagura was not the traitor. So, you guys got that right? Toast on the Claude was not the traitor. The traitor was Shiper on the Zilong, who did a such a good job of hiding themselves that they got MVP. Actually insane gameplay. I was like thinking, damn, is Shiper actually trying to lose the game? You know, like he was genuinely playing Rome Zilong pretty well early on. But then, the late game throws. Who would have seen that coming? So congratulations to Shiper. You have successfully Among Us in MLBB. Didn't that also happen to when Gin was so mad with Cho as well? He did actually. It did. Did he even throw? I guess he kinda did in the late game. I only went into the base because I thought we won, bro. Were you actually trying to be traitor, sir? I think that's the question I need to ask. Were you actually trying to be traitor? Cause yeah, now that we've played Among Us MLBB a couple of times, there are probably some things that we have to revisit. This game is rigged. I should have won. My team suddenly locked in. Yeah, I thought Wasemo was about to get his win there, but yeah, blue team suddenly locked the F in at the end there. But yeah, I think that if we want to play Among Us MLBB again in the future, I probably need to revisit the rules a little bit. Because it is very easy for people to just decide to throw if they're not the traitor, and for the traitor to just not throw if they are. Okay, but Zilong Rome is legit. Honestly, after watching you play it, I can kind of see it. I'm gonna be honest. I actually kind of see I do see the method in the madness. You may have convinced me a little bit. But yeah, probably I'll need to revisit how to balance this game mode so that people don't, you know, just mess around too much. But hey, in the end, it is all for fun. So hopefully you guys did enjoy that experience, right? It was a fun gameplay, Harsha said, yeah. Yeah, Zilong AoE CC with Petrify, yup. Y'all for real, what Semo says. This, well, just like Among Us, this game is good at breaking friendship. Maybe we should flip the script a little bit, you know? Next time when we do this again, maybe we should flip the script. What we should do is we have one secret player whose goal is to have the best KDA possible, right? Like, their goal is to win without dying. Maybe that would require a little bit more focus, I don't know. We'll figure that out. What if all is imposter? I've definitely considered trolling you guys like that before. But it would also just take me way too long to message all 10 of you. GG, thank you for the game. No problem, Furo. Thanks for joining us as well. This is your first time here. You just got dragged in by Lilo randomly and forced to play Among Us in MLBB. Maybe each of them gets a specific task. I was actually thinking that as well. Like, I was thinking that one way of making it so that, like, the imposter is kind of forced to do some things is to, like, basically say there are certain... Like, rather than trying to force your team to lose, that is one of the conditions. You also have to do some other things, like this or that, you know? But those are not, like, particularly unusual things. It's things that you might normally do, just a little bit uncommonly. I don't know. Things like that. I have a bunch of devious tasks. But yeah, so with that, everyone, it is officially 1 AM, which means it is time to finish things off for the stream today. I think we had a good time. You know, it's I mean, some of y'all got a little bit annoyed with what happened, but overall, I think that
when I take a photo,
this was a pretty successful stream. In the end, it is more fun to play things like customs compared to, you know, trudging away in ranked. We have achieved our goal this stream, removing the wrinkle in our brain. Thanks for the stream, no problem, peoples. Love you guys, Lilo says. Ay, positivity all around. Alright, before we go for tonight, there's a good amount of us here today. Is there anyone you guys want to raid? Do you guys have any suggestions for people that we could maybe raid? Since it feels like there's a good number of peeps around today, might be a nice time to do so.
If I may ask,
because unfortunately none of the peeps I know
do you see at this very
seem to
moment?
be around.
Is there a difference?
Perhaps you enjoy both our company?
Shiro? What is their what's their full IGN? This is someone both Lilo and Shyper know. Let me switch back to me for now and close my MLBB. Yeah. Oh, I see, okay. I will just copy that. I'm not gonna bother pronouncing it. Okay. They are streaming MLBB. Seems like a good person to raid. Why not? Thanks for the stream, sir. Watch me being salty in MPL MY chat. I want IG to win MPL MY. Aha. Okay. But yeah, once again, as a reminder to everyone, I will not be streaming on Wednesday. Maybe I will do a watch party on Friday or Saturday, depending on how the games go, because those are the 2 days where I will not be casting, right? Probably Saturday is more likely, but I will let you guys know in Discord. But yeah, there will be no stream on Wednesday. That's why we were streaming today, because I will be casting on Wednesday, right? So you guys can see me at MPL MY Wednesday and Thursday, and then you guys can see me at the grand finals. Can you do a collab like restreaming with another streamer? I don't know, I'm an awkward dude. I mean, if someone invites me to do so, then, you know, that's a possibility, but I feel like I'm not very good at talking to people. Well, actually, no, I'm good at talking to people, but more at people. Dodo, do a short playoff prediction? I mean, logically, it should be SRG and either Vamos or IG in the grand finals, I would think. Yeah. Vamos and IG, they are on opposite sides of the bracket. But then again, the thing is, we never really know. Like, the gap between the regular season and the playoffs this time around is not as long. So there's less of a chance that teams will have switched up a lot in that time. But it's hard to say. Watch party with Mirko, I think he's a little bit too big for me. It feels a bit odd for me to ask to watch party with him. But yeah, we're gonna be rating. So yeah, let me just finish things off here. Thank you very much everyone for dropping by the stream today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Alright, for those of you who haven't, do drop a like, follow, and subscribe on my socials. I'm always live on Twitch and YouTube. Currently every Wednesday, but different for this week. And then once MPL is over, I will revisit my stream schedule. So if you guys are not in the Discord server, make sure you guys are in the Discord server, right? I will set up the raid to them now. And then yeah, besides that, I also have Facebook, Instagram, as well as a TikTok. So if you guys can follow any of those, always appreciate that. Do a watch party with Kronos on Friday. Kronos is literally on the other side of the world though. Okay, start the raid. Okay, cool. Alright, once again everyone, thank you for coming by. Hope you guys enjoyed our custom gaming MLBB today. It was fun. It was a good time. Hope to see you guys on the next stream, whenever that might be. I will let you guys know in Discord. Make sure you guys are in the Discord server. That is the place where I will tell you guys all the time. I'm not very good at posting when I go live anywhere else. So I'll see you guys in Discord. It was very fun. Thank you, thank you. Really glad you guys had a good time with it. And yeah, alright. That's all from me. Once again, we got Violated Claude here. We're gonna go ahead and raid, and I will see you guys on the next stream. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye. Good night people. Bye bye. Good night. See you guys next time. Bye bye.